Welcome to Shadows of Dawn.
And welcome everybody to Shadows of Dawn Second Age. This is Group B. Say hi, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Ready to kick this thing off and get into it. Thanks for everybody who's joining us, welcoming us. Some of the viewers from Group A, some new friends. Big shout out to all you guys. Thanks a lot. Make sure to follow, use Prime, subscribe, check out the merch store, all the good stuff. But let's throw some dice. You guys ready?
Ready.
Awesome. Badass.
Let's do it.
All right, the year is 1029 KVY. It is April 12th. This is the day of the Eye of Sorrow Festival. The Eye is the big hole in the ground that is south of Emdel. Anybody wanting to follow along can check it out on the maps. You can see the big, it's like a giant crater. There's lots of mystery around the Eye of Sorrow. The festival in and of itself is a hodgepodge of religious, philosophical, geological, and general party activity. Religions who incorporate the Eye of Sorrow into their doctrine tend to focus on its religious implications, while geologically, those who admire nature use the festival to once again study it over time. Some folks are simply downright superstitious about its formation and claim to ward off the end of the world by making sacrifices not human. Just clarifying this now, there are no bodies flying over it. Perhaps a random halfling or no, who knows. And last but not least, others simply come just to enjoy the fun party atmosphere. It's quite popular with Emdel and Glissendale youth, since the city and the town are very close by. Drinking and revelry are assured, regardless of why one is here. It's not so much a town here, it's like a big pop-up circus, if you will. A bunch of tents, vendors, things like that. They've made their, little booths, handing out pamphlets, things like that. That's kind of what it looks like. While the festival festivities themselves are pretty much over in a day, the highlights are usually the game events, which have turned toward adventuring style activities over the last few years. The events themselves are not any sort of elimination toward a grand prize, but simply a variety of contests run several times a day for small prizes per each event. Events include obstacle course, hide and seek, mock combats, shooting and throwing contests, and of course, the final event, which is called the Spider Climb, where contestants descend into the Eye of Sorrow down ropes and climb back out. So here you are. You have made your way to this festival, most of you under the guise of kind of looking to prove yourselves as adventurers. So as you kind of wander around, we're going to do a quick character intro. So we are going to start with Barian online. So Barian, tell us who your character is, where he came from, what he looks like.
All right. Hi, everybody. I am Baron Alaric. I was once a militia member in Emdel, which is a city slightly to the north. During the huge battle with the dragons and all the hordes that they controlled a couple of years ago when they invaded the Fall Festival in Emdale, I did very well in helping protect the town, and a noble from Velspar, Marquis Keldewarn, actually knighted me in the field. So I became a knight in the Circle of Nobles. Since then, I've been running around basically trying to work towards basically being worthy of that title. So now I'm here, and I think I'm ready to actually start adventure.
That's the Apache. Everyone drink. He said noble. Awesome. Welcome, Barian. All right. So how about Say Mallory?
Hello, I am Say Mallory. I am a monk of the very small monastery of the Riven Heart, which is east of...
Southeast of Velspar.
southeast of Velspar, close to the Serene River. The Riven Heart Monastery is known far and wide among the very small population of that forest as a certain place where you would always find a nettle or acorn beer and cattail heart steaks. Thus, everyone knows to stay far away. I have a proclivity toward herbalism, and there was a minor incident involving an explosion and a dro raid, and I have been sent out into the world to seek my path. And
Awesome.
I am forbidden to return until I have found my path.
All righty. Well. All right. How about Stygian?
Stygian is a human cleric of Saluna. He has a tragic story as a child, as many characters do, but now he goes forth spreading the good word of the church. And I believe you put the only existing church in Fellhammer. Is that correct?
The only church of Salune is in Fellhammer. That is correct.
But he, while that's the only church, he spends most of his time doing good throughout the land.
Good. Leoric.
Better than Greetings. I am Keeper Leoric ten Sparta. Church of Helm. Do we have any churches of Helm?
There is not
All based.
a constructed Church of Helm in the land yet.
I do my prayers where I can, because there's no dedicated space for it, unfortunately.
The All-Faith shrines, they take care of most of them.
I am here to increase my might and prove myself to Helm. I will destroy evil.
Aha. Well said. And he is a paladin, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Jordy.
Hello, I am Jordy White, human, and me and my father owned a mortuary, which we enjoyed very much, but unfortunately he died of a heart attack. And unfortunately we...
Became a customer.
Yeah, that's right.
Not only is he a founder, he's also a customer.
But anyways, we took out a large loan to get the business going. After that, it failed, so I'm working on paying back. And I've worked with his dead body, got me into the necromancy arts. So I'm delving in, but I don't want to let everybody know. So
Sometimes dead is better.
I failed to mention I am an asylum.
Better dead than right.
All right. And Balin.
Balin, I am a half-elf sorcerer from Glissondale.
nice to meet you.
The first thing you'll notice is that I have no hair on my head. I have tattoos instead.
You have tattooed hair.
No. I hadn't thought of that.
Eyebrows.
Very short.
Coming to a mortuary near you.
Yes. My family has been the administrator for the House of Law in Glissondale for the last several generations. Far back, I cannot remember. But that title, as administrator, passes to the oldest member of my family, or oldest member of each generation, and that's my sister. So I have decided to prove my wealth, my worth to my patron by trying to find out why I was selected to receive these benefits.
Sorceress abilities.
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. So, did either of you two, the casters, either of you two attend Mitherion College?
Yes.
And house? Did you come from a specific house?
Yes.
Which one? Do you remember which house? It was so long ago I graduated.
I know. Yes, I did. Nightwing.
Oh, there you go. You have a Nightwing alum. Awesome. That was an echo.
Someone also had to say it twice.
You have to watch the online player for the echoes. You gotta be careful. All right, so also notable NPCs that are present: Wanderer Torben Grey, a bard from Emdel. He is the master of ceremonies. Also, there is Scraps. He is a footpad in the Nameless Order. Don't really need that one. Professor Gil Abenforth, who has a booth representing the Collective. Medium Wallach Freome has a booth representing the Circle of Wizards. There's Druid Merrick the Wise. And Lord Teletrimblewin is headlining the music. There are other guild members here as well, as looking into guilds is something that the players could do here and there and try to discover. So, with that in mind, let's kind of go around and talk about, the contests will be underway throughout the day as you kind of ebb and flow. And the chance to enlist in a guild is something that each player has the chance to. As a Knight of the Circle of Knights, that is not something you need to do for Barian. Barian already has a directive. Let's see, Barian's Circle of Knights directive has a general directive of defending the weak, upholding respect for the Circle of Nobles and Knights, protecting the interests of the people, and report on anything which threatens the land and the people. To Barian, there are two particular knights which stand out. Obviously, the Marquis Kelduarin, who did knight him, as well as the Sheriff Baron Daniel Warwick of Emdel, who basically runs the militia. They are probably the two closest knights to Barian. So those are the ones he would definitely feel the most comfortable talking to, messaging, relating to as well. But for the most part, they obey the Circle of Knights and the Circle of Nobles. He does know there is a fellow knight. There is another Duwarin, the younger brother, Marcus, who is in Velspar. The Circle of Knights is small, not a lot of them. So he would know that there is one there. As for Stygian, he is part of the Church of Selune. Seluna, whatever the emphasis on that one is. As a part of the church, you do know your general directive is to build your reputation, spread the word of Selune, report on worldly changes. Just a kind of a general directive of the church. Leoric, then Sparta. As a member, as a paladin of the Church of Helm, the Vigilant Eyes of the God is what they call themselves. Your general directive is also to build your reputation, spread the word of Helm, and report on worldly changes. Let's see, the rest of you, we're going to go in reverse order. We will start with Balin. Balin, you are looking to join a guild, correct?
Correct.
And which one might that be?
Collective?
The Collective. As you make your way through the festival, you happen upon a booth. At this booth, you can see there are little pieces of art or like statuary. They're kind of hanging in this booth. And there is an old guy. He's kind of got like a professor's cap. I mean, this little dangly is always in his face. And instead of just flipping the thing over, he just kind of slaps it. And it stays away for a minute and falls back in his face. And he's talking to some kids. And you can tell they're teens. And he's trying to placate them and be nice. But you can tell it's like he's there for other means. He's trying to definitely recruit. The sign says recruit. And these are like 12, 13, 14-year-olds. And their parents are trying to like, hey, you're occupying my kid. It's like free babysitter. So you kind of make your way up to the booth. As you kind of walk up, he looks at you. Excuse me, sir. Have we met? Are you from Glissondale by chance?
I am. Your hat. Were you a professor at the college?
I am. I am Professor Gil Abenforth, founder of the Collective. Well, what can I do for you today?
So, I've been interested in the Sages Guild, but now that I've been has decided to maybe seek my future elsewhere, at least in the meantime, or in the present time, I'm thinking of, joining the collectors. Is it collectors or collective? Guild?
We are the collective, good man.
So, but you collect?
We do. While the Sages Guild likes to, how shall we say, chronicle things, the collective is more part of the active gathering of things. If you have a good love of art or history or and
that is my
excellent of preserving history, with such an awakening of things over the last few years and all these discoveries and dungeons and lairs, there's these artifacts.
I've never been to a dungeon.
Well,
I've spent most of my life in Glissondale.
well, that's
Dungeons
all right.
actually exist?
They do
I've
indeed.
read about
Look,
them.
this right here. He kind of points to an artifact. This right here was brought back from a place called the Plateau of Sorrow. It was a dungeon that was dedicated to some sort of dragon god, and it's like a little statue. It's got like a little cult dude with a dagger kind of waving in the air. It's very sandstony looking. Not a lot of detail to it, but he seems very excited about showing it to you. And he says, and this over here, this is from a ghost ship, they say. It was wrecked out in the sea not long ago, and he kind of goes into a short spiel about this ship that had disappeared like 100 years ago, and it's driftwood, and there's some scratches on it that you can see, and you're like, well, it's very interesting. But he's got a couple other artifacts which are a little more interesting. Little pieces of jewelry and whatnot, and each one is kind of labeled. There's one from a Shrine of Darkness. There's one from, another Ghost Tower of Inverness, and it's like they've managed to kind of collect these things. And he kind of tells you, he's like, the museum in Glissondale, the one that just opened? Yes, of course you do. He's like, we have a pipeline, and these things are on loan to us here for this purpose, but they belong in a museum. And what we like to do is preserve that history. And what we need is young, adventurous souls like yourself who can go out and get these things for the purpose of preserving this history. Because, well, as we all well know, you can't rely on an adventure to just give it to a museum. They'll sell it to whomever, or most of them will just keep it.
It should benefit everybody.
Exactly. Well, my good man, it seems like you're an excellent fit. If you don't have any other questions, we have great benefits, and he kind of talks about how they have the tie-in with the Sages Guild, which blends into the Church of Denier, which runs the Candlelight Library. So they have kind of a beneficial help. It's like a cheaper access to the library than other people would have. The other benefits, obviously, is there's some other roamers in different towns, and he talks about, some contacts and things, and really tries to kind of sell you in it. So how are you feeling about his...
Oh, he doesn't need to sell me.
Okay.
Where do I sign?
So he cuts right to the chase. He basically has a couple of forms for you to sign and look over, and everything seems great. There doesn't seem to be anything out of it. You will gain the title Learner as your first rank in the collective. So you will be known in the collective as Learner Balin. And basically he's asked if, are you going to be participating in any contests today?
Possibly.
Oh, good. I'll make sure and turn up and look for you there. Cheer you on.
Thank you.
If you have any other questions, come back and see me. I'll be here all day.
Definitely. Are there other members of the collective here?
He does tell you that he did speak to a gentleman named Reuter earlier in the day. He believes he is going to be competing as well, but he kind of looks out on the crowd and doesn't see him at the moment. Other than that, I'm trying to think of any others that he has seen. And yes, actually there is one. Chuck! A very good man, Charles Morris. He likes to call himself Chuck. Chuck Morris came to the collective a few times back, and he was, well, you might have heard of him before. He claims to have journeyed with the Sarin Defenders for a time. Yes, and you might see him. I believe he's out there going to be competing as well.
I don't want to mess with him. He sounds
Is
threatening.
that Lee Bruce?
Nope. All right.
Bryson Lee.
Let's go to Jordy. Jordy, you are milling about, and let's see. You said the Merchants Guild.
Yep.
All right. So the Merchants Guild is quite complex and vast. Merchants Guild is well known throughout the valley. It is one of the largest guilds around. They do have a booth. There are lots of sellers and vendors around this booth, but there is a central booth. I mean, the Merchants Guild involve anything mercantile. Basically, you don't have to be a member of the Merchants Guild, but if you're trying to move goods out of a town to somewhere else, it is super beneficial to be part of the Merchants Guild. It's like if you just have a shop and you service that one town and you grow your stuff and everything is right there, you don't really need to be a member. You're fine. But if you're moving anything, definitely be a part of the Merchants Guild. Or you're supplying general stores. Merchants Guilds come in very handy. But they also have other uses, mortuaries, things like that. Transportation of bodies, things. Who knows, right? So, as you approach, there is a man named Oren Boggin. He is known as Master Oren Boggin in the Merchants Guild. Since you have dealt with the Merchants Guild in the past, you do know he is the elected leader currently of the Merchants Guild. He is there. There are several other merchants around him, and it's a busy booth. Very busy. But they kind of have a side as they're, kind of looking for new recruits because they're conducting business and then recruiting and forms and stuff like that. So, I'm assuming you approach your way.
That's right.
All right. How can I help you today, sir?
Yeah, hello. I'm currently in town. I used to be part of under my father the Merchants Guild, and I've kind of grown up and decided I'd like to rejoin or join myself personally.
I see. And let's see, what was your father's name?
Phil.
Phil. It was Phil White. All right. He's like, he's got like, they have a master tone. In what city and business?
Glissondale.
And the business?
Mortuary.
Right here. Phil White's Mortuary. That's
Phil
what it
White.
says. It looks as if, there's some dues owed. Well, you said you were looking to join.
Yes.
And what is your new proposed business? Are you trying to restart this mortuary, or are you looking into some other endeavor?
I'd like to start it back up again.
I see. Well, very well. And your name, sir?
Jordy White.
I see. He kind of looks, he starts making marks. He's like, well, it's a very simple process, young man. In fact, it only takes a few forms for you to sign. Thud. He has a bottle of ink. Stella, would you please come help this young man sign his business up for the Merchants Guild? Yes. He basically starts going over, some of the business dues, rules. You've heard this before because you've heard your father talk about it. And as he goes through, there's no snags or hiccups. You're used to everything because you've seen your dad do the business before. You kind of understand that as a failed business, it will be earmarked. While the debt will not pass directly on to you, they will definitely be watching to see if there anything that goes wrong or, to watch out for as your business. So they were going to pass you the title of peddler. You will be Peddler Jordy White under the Merchants Guild. And you do know the Merchants Guild's main directives are proactively support any guild member in alleviating any impediments to legal business. Seek out any new sources of guild-run mercantile avenue, i.e., if you come across sources of precious minerals and resources, someone in the guild might be able to assist with, or, come into business, make a deal in order to, utilize those resources or sell those resources, farm, export, whatever. Stop any and all banditry and thievery that oppresses the guild trade. You can do this by, most mercantile people in the business will just get the local town militia or sheriff involved, but you can do it directly. All the better. Yeah. And always establish possible trade where there is none.
Can do. Thank you, sir.
All right, so you will be busy filling out those forms. The Orican Church, Stygian Church. Say, Mallory. Say. All right, say. You are interested in joining a guild as well, and I believe it was the Sages Guild, correct?
This is correct.
Right next to the collective is a different booth. This booth is very neat and tidy. It looks a little more like a library with bookcases. There are scrolls, parchments, things of that sort, ink bottles. They're selling quills, ink, scrolls. It's not very busy, but there are some people who walk back up to it. They have a quill and pen and like a piece of wood. Like they've been doing things, and they check in with the booth, and they go back out. And like in the festival, there are people that are doing questionnaires, asking people questions. And it's like, where did you come from? How did you get here? Are you competing or selling? And these are people obviously doing types of sage survey type things that are going on at the Eye of Sorrow Festival. So as you approach, you have a much different look than some of these much older individuals that don't look very athletic. And one of the guys who you suspect to be one of the women, Professor Ilya Northberg. You can tell that she's a professor by her cap, as well as the Matherion symbol on her dress. She is a professor at the Matherion College, but she is also the elected leader of the Sages Guild. And as such, probably has really large access to, obviously they run the Candlelight Library and whatnot. So, as she walks up, you have her attention just by merely approaching. Can I help you?
Yes. Are you the person I should speak to about joining the noted Sages Guild?
Oh, a recruit. And you look to be an adventurer of sorts as well. Are you sure you don't have us confused with the collective?
While my path may take me into tombs and dungeons, I trust that it is not my path indeed, that my path is the way of knowledge.
Well, what a delight from such a young, upstanding, gentle person. Well, yes, I am Professor Ilya Northberg, professor at the Matherion College, and current leader of the Sages Guild. Knowledge is key. Chronicling knowledge in all things categorically is what we look to do. While the others hunt for the artifacts, and they are not the ones who are skilled at putting together the parchments and the scrolls and the evidence, if you will, the collection of history and the writings of its story. That's what the Sages Guild is about. Where do you come from, by chance? You have a northerly look to you.
My path has led from the monastery of the Riven Heart. It is a very small tower southeast of
Velspar.
Velspar. Sorry, I was trying to tab to the map.
It's okay.
Southeast of Velspar.
Hey, Barian, I think we're getting a little echo on your end, by the way.
My end?
Yeah, I think we're getting some echo on your end.
Okay.
So, formerly, I belonged to a family of foresters in the northern forest, and our village was wiped out by plague. I was found wandering delirious upon the road, and some itinerant tinkers left me at the monastery. They have taken me in, given me some aspect of knowledge, and I have been sent out into the world to learn my path.
Well, you must have been have some discipline if you come from the Riven Heart. I've heard of this very small monastery as a part of one of my studies was to do monasterical gatherings in the valley. A small work. It was a minor paper, but yes.
Did you have our nettle beer?
I don't believe I have. I'm not. How should we say? Not that worldly as far as those types of experiences.
Possibly to your benefit.
Oh, well.
Although the acorn beer is somewhat better.
Well then, if you would like to be a part of the Sages Guilds, then I will definitely sign you up. You will now be known as a learner of the Sages Guild. Learner Save Mallory. She has a few forms, but their forms, there's not a lot of them, and they're very well organized. Very condensed. She does go over some of their directives that they have for the Sages Guild. It really starts with the basis of chronicling your adventures in a journal. If you include maps, all the better. But any kind of enemies, things you come across, motives, it looks, she's like, the directive she's giving you looks a little bit different than some of the other sages' directives. And it comes from a paper, like, you can tell there's a bunch of them, and they haven't really been used. So it's just like, I think this one will probably fit you better. It's more in line with the collective. Now, don't get me wrong, we do appreciate the collective, and we work hand in hand. They are, in fact, how should we say, the fist of the guild. But we are definitely the brains. So, with that, she will go over the rest of the forms with you and tell you that she is looking forward to seeing you if you compete in any events, and will definitely cheer you on throughout the day. So,
I am very grateful. As Master Sun says, the journey is the adventure, the destination is the story.
oh, I like that. I like that. I definitely like that. I'm going to write that down, she says. She takes a quill and pen. Very elegant handwriting. Very nice. Gentle woman. You guys, are mixing and mingling with people and crowds. And as you do, you come across some other contestants that will be out there throughout the day. There is a half-elf male wizard from Glissondale. His name is Alexander Silverleaf. If you've gone to college, he was only within a year of you. If you've gone to the Matherion College, he's high elf, kind of thinks a lot of himself, but he was a very good student and pretty well liked kind of guy. There is Katara Wildmane, a female dwarven monk of Hermes. She comes from Fellhammer. Sten Dullfogger, a human paladin from Frostdale, a paladin of the Church of Lynn. There is another kind of rough guy. He's always kind of limbering up, getting ready to go. Calls himself Scraps. He says that's his adventuring name. He's like Scraps. He's from Tindleton.
Gotta have the superhero name. That makes sense.
There is Daisy Delaney, a halfling female cleric of Timora. Very whimsical, very happy. She's from Solomir. If you're from Solomir, you probably know or have met her once or twice. There is Charles Chuck Morris. He's like telling me, he's got a small crowd around him. He's like, so when we were in the Attican Mountains, Saren Defenders came across me. At first we were at odds. I was with some bandits at the time, but I managed to survive. They kind of took pity on me. Gave me some swords, let me start fighting alongside of them. Made it out because of Chuck.
Hope everyone nat 20s.
There is Erica Fallleaf, a half-elf female druid from Velspar. From a very, very small family, lives on the outskirts of Velspar. And there is a monk, a human monk, small, blonde. His name calls himself Cross. He is from Emdel. If you're from Emdel, you might have heard of him. He was a kid, not too old. Had a spirit for adventure, and as the festival's growing close, there were several people in Emdel who were thinking about competing, and he was one who would talk it up at the tavern. He's like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm really going to do it. So with that, let us get to some of our contests and competitions. Throughout the day, they don't happen all at the same time, and they happen multiple times a day. So it's not like one obstacle course for the whole day. But let's start with the obstacle course. Is anyone here taking part in the obstacle course?
I am.
Say Mallory will.
Two of you. The obstacle course is a series of several obstacles, 3 of which will test your athletics, and the other 3 which will test your acrobatics. There are several people at the line, getting ready to go, kind of flexing out. You see the monk, little monk cross. He's up there, and he's kind of doing his super stretch, and the dude gets out, does like the splits, and everybody's like, "Oh crap!" And there is Katara Wildmane, another monk. You know, he's like buffing up, as well as Erica Fallleaf and Druid. So, they basically the contest is also a test of endurance and speed. In the event of everybody completing obstacles equally, endurance comes into play on who is the fastest to the line. So as you start, you notice the first obstacle straight ahead is one that is strictly climbing. I'm not sure if anybody has any special rules for a strict climb. It is a rope net. You will climb up and over. And as the gun sounds, you guys kind of take your mark. You guys want to talk any smack before you go? Or?
I'm praying over here. Protect me.
All right. And you're off. As you rush towards the first obstacle, it is a rope net. I need an athletics check. The DC of this check is 12. 23.
Like pounce up the net.
Up and over. 16. Up and over. So this is a count of successes. That is 1 each. Next, you come to you run across a small patch of grass. There are several little, there's like a dugout water obstacle, and then there's these ropes with giant knots, and you have to swing from 1 to 2 to 3. So it's more of an acrobatics check.
Here we go. Ooh, 4.
Splash, splash! Both of you kind of smashing in the water between 2 of the ropes, kind of tumble, make yourselves out. The crowd's like, oh, look at that. Actually, where's my Yeas?
I'm making
I see people
6'4", 280 in heavy armor.
But not to be alarmed. The next one is basically a jump over a small ravine. It's kind of a dugout ravine. It is an athletics check. A DC is 12. As you rush towards that and begin to leap, Leoric makes it over. Say makes it over. You have both caught up to Erica Fallleaf as you're kind of running neck and neck. Cross the Monk is right on your heels. The next obstacle you come to, you have to make a slight jump. It's not very, but you have to grab a pole and kind of acrobatically swing and launch yourself over the next little. It's like a very low fence. Yeah. So it is an acrobatics check. DC is 12.
Acrobatics.
Whoa, Leoric.
+0 coming in clutch.
Whoa, but look at Say Mallory ends up doing a flip and lands it.
He just looks cool.
Whatever. One was effective, the other one looked very cool, very cool. There's a big cheer from the crowd. So let's see, how many successes is that each? 3?
3.
All right. That was the next one is it is an athletics check. This is the one that is you have to hold the bars and monkey. Yeah, the monkey bars. Except there's a bunch of them. Definitely a test of strength. This is a DC 14.
Ooh. Swing to the end.
See, falls on that one.
Right in his forehead.
He drops from the bars, which causes a delay as he climbs himself out of the pit. So how many successes do you have over there?
This is 4.
That's 4?
4 to 3.
4 to 3. You are neck and neck with Cross the Monk, who is pulled up beside you. The last one is, as you run, you see a series of like 5 little wooden toadstools. You have to kind of step on them as you run across. It is an acrobatics, DC 14.
Very nice.
5 to 4. And then it is a quick sprint to the end. With 5 successes, Leoric Van Sparta crosses the line in first place. The crowd is wild. It was very close between. Give me a Constitution saving throw there, Mr. Mallory, between you and the monk. Who got second? Not that there's any points for second place. Oh, he nosed you out just at the very end with his con save of 12. But Liark, you are awarded a course medal. It's got a little runner, and it's a little golden pin medal. It's got a little ribbon, little gold medal on the end. It is worth 5 gold pieces. It's a course medal.
Oh, shake hands.
Yeah.
That was a good competition.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that very much.
The way is the wind. The wind is the way.
You looked fantastic at the poles that you had vault over.
Yeah,
I saw that flip. I thought it was
Frost is like, man, that flip you did. I think that almost caused me to lose that one because I was pretty impressed. That was pretty cool, dude.
Thank you. Regretfully, I seem to have winded myself in that exertion.
Katara's like, I know what you mean. She's got like mud like all over her. Like she failed like a bunch of checks. It's like, man, I'm very dangerous over short distance.
hit that water like a rock.
The next
winded.
event is Hide and Seek. Who is taking part in Hide and Seek?
I'm gonna go dry off.
Right here. Geordie.
All right. If Kyle is saying something, I think we lost Kyle's speaker. If Varian is saying something, I think we lost his sound altogether.
The screen here is split.
That's fine. That one doesn't really matter.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I see his mouth moving, but there's no noise.
I didn't see him raise his hand.
Nope, can't hear you yet.
Yeah.
If you switched headsets, you might need to check your sound out on Skype.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Now we can.
All right.
Yeah, now we got you.
So, yeah, I've had some technical difficulties on my end. But yes, I intend to participate in the hide and seek.
Okay, yeah. Who else in the room?
Geordie.
Oh, we got a bunch for hide and seek. All right. So, in this contest, it is a contest where you take turns. There are several obstacles kind of in a field. And the hiders can hide behind the obstacles. But the seekers kind of have like a 180 degree where they can kind of move and walk and look. So that way the hiders can't just stay put or else they'll get stuck. So they've got to be very careful. Somebody has cast a spell in order to kind of dim the lights a little bit in this area. So it's not pure daylight. So it's a really good contest of being able to, notice somebody's coming and hide from them. So, the first part, actually, you four end up kind of on the same side. You're all the seekers to begin with, while there is Katara Wildmane, Erica Fallleaf, Scraps will be hiding, as well as another person named Bob.
I'm gonna watch this.
So, to begin with, I need the three of you to make... Four of you to make perception checks. I need 3 rolls on perception checks. If you have anything beneficial to your perception that I should know, please let me know how you are looking for these people. Carefully. The DC is 14. So,
3 rolls?
3 rolls, perceptions, DC 14. Unless you have any way of modifying it. I see Geordie White with 1 success. Mallory with 1.
Round starts, he's like, bang.
Varian with 1. Mallory with another. Mallory with another. Mallory's just calling out bitches. It's like, boom. It's like, I see you. You over there with the red. You over there with the blue. You over there. They're all like, fuck. And they kind of try to fold around and hide.
We're doing 3, right?
Yeah. All right. So I see Mallory had 3, and I see Geordie had 1. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Nope.
I got 1.
Yeah, and Varian had 1. All right.
It's like the lucky.
Okay, go for it.
The 3.
I'm putting Say on my radar. That's good.
Earn a lucky. And that's not so lucky.
I want a 1.
All right. So,
Geordie got
Say 3.
3.
Barian 1. Jordy 1. Right? All right. Now it's time to turn to flip the script as you 3 take your places as the hiders. So, once again, these little obstacles, some are made of. It's kind of like those little mazes that they make with wooden and cloth structures out there, except it's not total, right? They're only like, there's L shapes, maybe a V shape or a U shape. So you have to kind of move in between them. Some are higher, some are lower. And so you're kind of like, and not bump into each other. So it is your turn to hide. So this is a stealth check, 3 stealth checks, and the DC is 14. And we're counting your totals up. So start at 3, and you guys start at 1.
Let's cast Fog Cloud.
Okay, you can cast Fog Cloud. That will give an advantage to you.
Hey now.
Yes.
How big is this fog cloud? Does it give it to other
No.
people?
I did not take it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
I expected you to say absolutely not.
No one said it wasn't in the rules. He did not say you could not get magic.
No, I didn't. You can definitely cast magic.
Good thing I have no magic.
All right, let's see.
What was the success?
DC is 14.
Oh, okay.
So I see Stygian with a success. Say with a success. Stygian with another success. Say with another success. Barian with a success. Barian with another success. And Jordy with a success. And Jordy with another success. So I believe if my math is right, say Mallory is sitting on 5.
5.
Say anyone else?
I'd like to look you my third one.
Are you lucky?
Nope.
No, I don't.
Unlucky.
It's luck. It's a good luck.
So, with a round of applause, say Mallory is deemed the winner of the hide and seek event.
I knew he was coming.
As all the others kind of come up to you, they're like, "Dude, how could you see me? I was like dirt." You know, Scraps is very impressed.
In order to hide, one must first remove themselves.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You want to close
Erica's like,
winner
that
says
doesn't make
so."
any sense at all. That makes no sense at all.
Trying to counter.
Scraps is like, I like this guy.
I thought you were gonna say like be one with nature or something.
As the winner of the hide and seek,
Yeah.
you are given a fine cloak. It is black with like a midnight blue trim. It has a H and S as an emblem. It is worth 5 gold pieces.
Excellent.
Afraid you.
The next event is the mock combat. Anyone taking place in the mock combat?
Really?
We have one, Leoric and Sparta. All right, Leoric. The mock combat is a contest with wooden weapons. You can use a one-handed weapon or a two-handed weapon. To win, you need a +4 hit differential. It means you have to hit your opponent 4 times more than they have hit you.
Okay.
Now, two-handed weapons count as 2 hits.
Do I get my shield?
Yes, you can go one-handed and shield. That'll raise your AC, where a two-handed person will not have a shield, obviously. So, the first person you are up against is Sten Dolfager, paladin from Frostdale. He is wielding a two-handed weapon. And roll an initiative. And you are going longsword and shield. All right. You strike first.
So did I use my longsword hit?
Yeah, same as your longsword.
21.
Boom, that is a hit. You are at +1 against him. He swings back, trying to swing around to strike you in the side, but misses as it glances off your shield. Your turn. And we keep going back and forth until you have a +4 hit differential. Another one, right back over on the shoulder. If you wish, you can describe how you hit him. You're at +2 differential. Very hard.
Not very hard, but only a little hard.
He stumbles back, rolling a 1 as he is caught off guard. Your turn.
I will advance forward and kind of drill.
A lunge. And yep, just off to the side. He manages to stumble out of the way. He swings back at you. AC 17.
Miss.
Miss. Oh, Oh, everybody was like, oh, clang off your shield. Everybody's like, whoa.
I use that energy to spin back around.
Oh, another strike. You're up 3 to none. You're up by 3. Yeah, +3. He tries to swing again. He is obviously dazed as his swing just comes down wild and hits the dirt. And that is a hit. How do you finish? And the last one is whop. And everybody's like. As you win your first round.
You want me on your team?
Next, you kind of see a monk. You kind of have a break. You see Cross the monk and Katara Wildman the monk face off. And they kind of duel it out.
What are they using?
They're both using quarterstaffs. Although, you notice they kick as well. So, it is a very close battle, but Katara Wildman manages to get the better of him. After a short rest, you and Katara will square off.
Wonderful. Look forward to our match.
And you square off with Katara Wildman. Go ahead and roll me an initiative. You go first. You strike first.
10.
Oh,
Not gonna do it. Katara ducks to the side. She attacks first with a quarterstaff, which is an AC 11, and that misses. But then she kind of sweeps with a foot sweep, AC 5, as you kind of leap over it.
Another AC 10.
Oh.
It was almost.
It's like a lot of swinging and missing here. Her first attack is an AC 14, clangs off your shield. Second, the other one 5 is basically just block it with your knuckles. You're like stop her fist in midair.
Oh, come on! They kept rolling over.
Oh,
Natty 1?
Like, ow, that hurt my own more than I thought.
All right. Well, she strikes back. AC 16.
Miss.
Chink. And another AC 10. Just another block. There's a whole, just a flow of blocks, swings, and misses. It's like Kung Fu Theater up in here right now.
Fanning each other.
Come on, come on. AC 12.
AC 12 is a miss.
Oh.
Yep. She's a little bit better than the last guy.
Yep.
He can only afford padded armor. So, her turn. AC 13 and 15, both misses. Clang, clang. This one's going. It's going the distance.
Nope. 8.
It's going for speed.
I think I threw up my shoulders last.
AC 19.
Oh, that's a hit.
Oh, she catches you in the midsection with her quarterstaff. That is a +2 since she's using it two-handed. Boom! +2 differential, but her kick misses. Swing blocked by your shield.
Oh, I'm fighting like a AC 14.
That is a hit.
Boom.
Brings her back to +1 differential. She swings at you again. AC 17?
Miss.
Nope. Still +1. Your turn. And her 2. Her kick.
AC 16.
AC 16 is a hit. Back to even. He draws it.
Yeah.
The crowd is starting to get very interested in this fight. Since it is going on for so long. If I can get her turn. Let's see here. Nope.
I just had something in my eye.
She, yep, nope. Her quarterstaff swings wild overhead as you duck. And then her kick, once again, you block it with your shield.
AC 18.
That is another hit. And yep, you are at +1 now. As she tries to fight back. 2 more swings from her, both catching nothing but air.
AC 18.
Ah, he takes another. That's a +2 differential. You strike her solid.
The crowd does the wave.
AC 18. 2 18s. The quarterstaff to the side, a kick to the back of the head. That brings it even and up by 1.
AC 17.
Yep.
That is another hit. As, yep, now it is even again.
Never met such a worthy opponent.
She's like, should we call timeout? She swings twice, catching nothing but air.
AC 20.
That is a hit. Once again, you as you're circling, you're up by 1. Nope, a 15 and an 8.
15.
That's another hit. You're up by 2. You got this. I got it. She swings overhead and foot sweeps low. You duck and then leap, missing both. So you are up by 2 still.
He's always gonna be a 19.
Right on.
It's still up by 2. She tries to strike back. Both miss. Blocked by your shield and sword.
AC 11.
Oh, that is a miss. Maintaining that +2 differential. A 19 with her quarterstaff brings it back to even. But a 14 is blocked by your shield.
14.
That's it. He goes up by 1. AC 16 is a miss. Block her kick. Nope, that is a miss. One of them has to get on a lucky streak here. 16 miss. 2 blocks from your shield. One swinging overhead, and the other one blocking down low.
Break my shield. That's gonna be a no 10.
And so you're up by 1, right?
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Is there a time limit?
Nope. AC 18.
Hit.
That is with her staff. She goes up by 1.
Nada.
Is that a 10?
That's
No, 7. AC 17.
Miss.
Alright, she's still up by 1. Your turn. I think she needs an 18. I think that's the magic
Is that
number.
roll action?
13, that's a hit.
AC's 13.
Yeah. It is now even. She misses. Your turn. Did not intend to this go this long. Thought this would be over by now.
Crowd's not even going crazy anymore. They're just.
They ran off for some popcorn to come back. It's still going. She missed. 2 misses. This is definitely going to distance. That is a hit. You're up by 1. But AC 19 with a foot. It is back to 0.
Oh,
Damn it. 7.
People are like starting to chant. You're hearing some, alright, you're hearing some guitar, guitar. 17 missed. That's her best. The other one is a miss.
12.
That is a miss. And hers is a miss. 17 is her best. Blocks. 2 blocks on the shield. 17 and 15. You think I could roll better than this? I can see how this is going to go. Oh, 19 with the kick. She is up by 1.
19.
Oh, now it's back to 0.
I'm considering just dropping my.
A 19 and an 18. She is up by 3. Whap whap. A drastic combo.
Uh-oh. 9. This could be it.
What's that?
I use Theomergy, is that how you pronounce it?
Thaumaturgy.
Every time Yorick hits, I'm going to make it sound like acid. Just has the
On my area.
that he has a boom, thunderous boom every
Okay.
time he hits.
Oh.
I just missed, so.
Yeah, you have to wait for that hit.
This might be it for me.
She missed. 2 misses.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she's up by 3.
12.
Nope. All she needs is 1 hit, Rodney. 16 and a 10. No.
Damn it.
Natural 3.
All we need is 1. Nope, 5 and a 12.
I've analyzed her attacks. Every time you swing, she swings back.
Very good.
Noted.
A 10 and a 1. It's a series of misses. This is the longest fight in D&D history right now. 1. She's only up by 2.
There's a boom.
Can she hit with her quarterstaff? That is the question. No, she cannot. 15 and 14.
Do it. Are you throwing this fight that was going on here?
Oh, there she goes. 8 and a 20. She is up by 3.
Come on, it just.
I'm bad on you.
11.
It's like I was going to call this, but it's like I kind of want to see it. A 14 and an 18. She strikes him up hard, and she's up by 4. That foot sweep. The crowd kind of goes wild. Oh. They were like, whoa, what a fight. That thing went for like half an hour. That was crazy. Katara's like, you fight very, very well. It's like, whoa.
Shake hands.
Yeah, people are like, whoa, that was something else. That was crazy. Longest fight we've seen all day. It's like, yeah, those other ones we saw, they were like 2 rounds. It was over in like 6 seconds.
They're both very good.
They're crazy long. It's the mock that gives you a chance to rest. All right, next is the ranged shoot, throw, or cast. Anyone?
I'm about to just throw my shield and start shooting. Like,
I'm
I
in.
need these hits. Come on.
All right, we have 1. All right. Barian lines up for the range, shoot, throw, and cast. You notice there is Alexander Silverleaf, who will be using his cantrip. There is, let's see, Charles Chuck Morris, who's going to use his crossbow, and Erica Fallleaf, who is going to use her bow. The range, shoot, throw, cast basically has several hanging targets, and they kind of hang from a suspended apparatus. Striking the target is worth X number of points. You will have 6 shots, and depending on what armor class you hit is what target it hits, and blah 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 number of points. So, step to the line, Barian. What weapon are you using?
I will be using my longbow.
Very well. Make your first shot as the gameskeeper calls for the first shot. Everybody, fire!
13.
13 scores 1 point. Kind of ping pong ping. A bunch of little tin apparatuses kind of sound off. Go ahead and do your second shot.
11.
1 point. You're a total of 2. You can see a couple of the other competitors are ahead of you by a little bit. Go ahead and fire your third shot.
13.
Another point. 3 points. You are behind a bit, but there are 3 shots left. Fire your next shot.
6.
Ooh, just a bit outside. Fire your your fifth shot.
7.
Just a bit outside. And your final shot.
Wow.
15.
15. That one is worth 2 points. So your total comes to 5. Unfortunately, the druid Erica Fallleaf had scored higher, and she is the winner of the shoot cast contest, much to Alexander Silverleaf's dismay. But it was well done.
Yikes.
The next event is the performance contest. Anyone in performance? We have 2. Very well. Performance contest. There is a very small stage. You can see Daisy Delaney, the little cleric of Time Horn, is going to partake in this, as well as Alexander Silverleaf, in which you went to college with, and you're dreading this one. This is like, it's like, oh my god, he's going to talk about himself. I know he's going to do it. It's going to happen. The performance contest is a performance check plus 1 other skill check. You get to choose. It can be athletics, acrobatics, sleight of hand, or even persuasion. Or even persuasion. So, What are you going to do to perform? And we'll start with Jordy this time. Jordy, what is your performance? What are you doing?
I'm doing a interpretive dance
Is this the one from the Lebowski?
of the plight of more tuitions after their fathers have died.
Okay.
It's like a one-man kind of thing.
Alrighty. So, what is your second? What is the second part? Is it like an acrobatics or an athletics? Is it more hopping or is it more?
I'm attempting to hide from everybody.
Oh,
Like a stealth kind of thing.
I see. It's a interpretive dance of blending into the mask of death.
Well, yeah, like that.
Kind
Way.
of folding. It's like the old appeared, disappeared dance routine.
Let's see if they catch me breathing, right?
In the wide open.
I
there you
see. So it's a rave. All right. All right. So very well. Give me your performance check and follow that up with your stealth check.
Performance. Oh, I'm lucky now.
He goes, oh.
This is your third
Third
lucky for the
third
day.
final. That's it.
And for some reason, ominous whispers emanate from,
Whoa.
from
17.
17 and your stealth check.
See if they catch me breathing.
Like, how's that guy getting going?
I did not. 18.
All right. That is a total of 35.
He goes,
Miraculously, and unknowns to possibly even the viewers, they burst into applause when it is over.
I'm certainly applauding that it's over.
Thank you.
Regardless, it is judged upon, voice inflections from the crowd reaction. So, big fact that they applaud when it was done. Yeah. All right.
That's part of the act.
This is a hard one to follow up, Baylor.
I know.
What is your what is your
I mean, don't roll a 4.
what are you performing?
I'm going to do oration of history.
Okay. And your secondary skill?
Uncouth quiet.
You're persuading. You're going to definitely appeal to you have a plan in your oratory
Not history.
to evoke emotion to persuade them into a reaction. Very well. Break into your performance.
Good luck.
And detail excruciating what you're saying. I want to hear every word.
12 performance.
Good.
And your
Good.
persuasion.
9.
Oh,
9.
yeah.
That is a total of 21. But there's some reaction. I thought it was quite provoking. You can definitely hear the collective. Yes, well done. Yes.
Saying Mallory applauds very loud. Because no.
The next contestant, Daisy Delaney, a little cleric, halfling cleric of Timor. It is very vigorous, very exciting. She does talk very fast, so it does lose some people. But there is a good amount of applause. But as the judges kind of get together and they talk about it, they admit the biggest reaction came from Jordy White's
Playing
performance, Death of a Mortician. As they have called it.
Have been right on the forum display. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
For this, Jordy White gets a pin. It is a silver mask pin that you earn, which is worth 5 gold pieces. Yes. It's got one of the those drama masks.
Yeah.
The 2 drama masks. It's silver pin.
And
And they call it. Yes, and so people are going to be talking about this for a little while. That was such a big score. Death of a Mortician. Have you seen the performance? It is quite thought-provoking. It's actually, there's a lot more to it than what you see, because you don't really see a lot. You have to think about it. It's interpretive, man. I tell you, very interpretive. Evoking. Makes you contemplate life and death at the same time. It's extraordinary.
Maybe I should open up a theater instead of a mortuary.
The next event is Dragon Chess. Dragon Chess?
Yep.
We have one. All right. Dragon Chess. You are going to be, your first opponent is Alexander Silverleaf. Do you have proficiency in the chess set, Dragon Chess?
No.
Okay, that's fine. You just don't get the +2 bonus for proficiency. Dragon Chess is a contest of understanding tactical history of chess. Understanding, can you understand what your opponent is going to do as an insight check, as well as hiding your moves, deception. So I need a history check, an insight check, and a deception check. Alrighty. Oh, you break out with Bahamut's flanking maneuver. It kind of takes him surprise. He's like, nobody uses Bahamuts. No one. Who would do this? Insight check.
17.
What? You totally read the fact he was going to counter with the Fiend's Folio. And so it's like you've headed that off. You definitely have a distinct advantage.
I don't know anything about chess, but I bet this is good.
Look, he's closing in on his dragon now. And deception.
Deception. 19.
And he never saw the vaunted spear technique coming. He is annihilated. Alexander almost does a table flip, but he tries to compose himself because you did come from the same college. He doesn't want to look bad. And he concedes defeat. Not happily. He's like, well done.
I bet that will be.
Your next opponent is Charles Chuck Morris. He's like, hey, now, when I was in the Attica Mountains, we played a little Dragon Chess with Saren Defenders. I'm pretty good. So, just gonna let you know. Here it comes. Watch out. I might give you the Spider Claw, or I might give you the Eagle Talon. And you're like, I've never even heard of these. But, your next opponent is, yes, Charles Chuck Morris. Give me your history, insight, and deception checks. Oh, it's like, he obviously, he's like, I've seen the vaunted spider before. I know what you're doing. He's got a slight advantage at the moment.
Insight. 16.
But you managed to counter what he was planning to do. It's like, wait a minute. Did you just Tango Foxtrot my Oscar maneuver? Whoa, that's pretty smart. The game is looking very, very close. It's going to come down to who can deceive who. And he never sees your final move coming, which is called the Queen's Gambit. It takes his chess piece, and he's like, whoa! And everybody's like, yeah! And you are declared the winner of this very short Dragon Chess tournament.
Well done.
He's like, that was well played, my man. He's like, you should check out Saren Defenders, man. They could use somebody like you. That would be awesome. He's like, I'll talk to him for you. I'll do it.
Yeah, put a good word.
You win a small silver chess trophy, like a small pawn piece, worth 5 gold pieces. This brings us to the last event, the Spider Climb. Anyone here taking part in the Spider Climb? Nope. All right. That makes it easy. So, the group, basically a lot of people come. This is the big event. So they have ropes that kind of go over into the Eye of Sauron. Each one is measured off at 200 feet. And, you know, they kind of stop a lot of the other events when this one is going on. People kind of get around. You can't really peer over, so you can really just kind of see the ropes wiggle. And then there's an announcer who's kind of looking down. So-and-so's ahead, so-and-so.
They should have a mirror, like, somewhat above it.
People are listening to you talk.
Watching intently.
That'd be a good idea. That'd be a really good idea.
Cantilevered platform so you can walk out over the edge.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good idea.
So like frozen ice.
So they
don't fall in scenario.
right. So the contest goes off without a hitch. It is always a highlight event. The crowd roars as the contestants go down, and then after a while, the druid Erica Foley vaults over the edge first, and the crowd erupts in cheers, seeing her victorious. This must have been a close race. People are cheering and celebrating. But you realize something else is going on.
Another
The cheers turn into disgruntled and muffled yells. As you make your way to the commotion, you see several people are holding on to one of the climbing ropes and looking over. He was right behind me, one of the contestants says. I looked up and then back, and he was gone. Did he fall? Someone asks. I don't think so, another person says. We would have seen him tumbling. You notice they all had safety ropes too, so if you had fallen off a rope, the safety rope would have held you. Once again, they collectively peer over the edge as the rope is being reeled up. As the rope crests the edge, there is a gasp. It is obviously shorter than it should be, and it is frayed. And it appears to have a small spot of blood on it. The missing person is the monk who went by the name Cross, a young blonde-haired male in his early 20s. Wanderer Torben Gray, who is the master of ceremonies, a bard from Emdel. You also know he represents Adventurers Anonymous as a guild. Suggests perhaps we should get some of the contestants to put together a couple of groups and go look for him. Are there any volunteers here? As he asks for volunteers to form themselves into groups, the crowd, you can see, small group is kind of formed over here. There's another one forming over there, but a lot of the competitor would-bes that were kind of in and around, they've kind of disappeared now. Now that this has maybe gotten a little too real for them. You kind of look and see, you see Chuck and Alexander and Daisy, Erica, Katara, they're all standing over there. They've obviously formed themselves a group real fast. And you look around and you see you're standing there kind of amongst 5 other people.
Someone's gotta help them.
Torben's like, oh, I see a group here.
As a current gold medal winner, I shall volunteer.
I'm already walking towards the hole. Like, someone's gotta help them now.
As a knight, it's my job to investigate this.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Let's outfit these gentlemen with ropes and safety harnesses, please. And so there's some people coming over. They're going to give you kind of the same ropes and safety harnesses. Trimble comes kind of floating up out of the Eye of Sorrow. There are 3 caves I see down there. Stan's like, we got the one in the middle. We're taking the right side. I guess that leaves you guys on the left. Your cave is about 135 feet down. See what you can find and report back. And best of luck, gentlemen. I hope to see you at tonight's concert, by the way.
I wouldn't miss it, Lord Pella.
Stygian takes a look down the Eye of Sorrow.
It's kind of hard to see the actual cave itself because you're kind of looking over more or less straight cliffs. I mean, the whole thing in and of itself is huge, right? The thing is probably over a mile deep. You can't even really see the bottom due to rocky outcroppings. But the very top is semi-sheer. It kind of goes in and goes out. Over time, it finally does do a crater thing, so you can see it. But you can't see the cave just by looking straight down. Okay. So Tella has he's helping them kind of position where the ropes are according to the caves. Each of you are probably 60 to 70 feet apart. And then you guys are on the far end.
Start making our way down.
Alrighty. As you start making your way down, there's no checks involved as they are lowering you down. And we are going to move to the adventure side of the table. I know, right? So don't forget when you move the camera to make sure you grab the sequence in between the seam. And go ahead and position your minis over here.
I will stow my longsword and shield now. Ready my double-bladed scimitar.
Say Mallory.
Yeah, that's the camera. Make sure you grab the joint. There you go, right there.
Say Mallory took
Not that joint. Distance.
took careful notes of all the contests and contest winners. Sorry, report to the sages below afterwards.
Underneath my shield, I pull up my very elegant-looking double-bladed scimitar.
That is Varian, yes. Yeah, bring Varian over here.
Yeah, throw Barian out front.
I will also be up front.
So what's front?
I got a kind of a cool way.
Where's the paladin? That's the paladin?
The one with the least cool shield, yes. Okay.
And this can kind of help you guide the camera. You might need to pull it back just a bit.
What is it? Your last name is White. My last name is Sparkle.
So especially if anybody in the room
Salt
is watching
Fiore.
the stream, you can help position the cameras. But if not, we can flip this back and forth.
The old technological aspects of trying to live stream, move camera, and see what's going on all at the same time.
You thought about just hiring a film crew?
One day. One day.
But actually, what we're going to do now is we are going to switch from open fields to cave troll. I love the smell of cave troll in the morning.
As we are going down, Barion will let everybody know when we get to the cave entrance. I'll go in first quietly and see if I can see anything down the way while the rest of you get unhooked from your harnesses.
Because he was so good at hide and seek. It's like, don't let that performance fool you. It was in the light. Alrighty. Let's switch over our sound to a little cave exploration. And Alexa, set the lights to caves. There we go. Now we are in the mood. Okay. As you come to a cave, there's a small ledge. You can see the cave opening, which is, it's taller than you are. It's probably about, well, most of you. Let's say if somebody's over 6 feet, you might have to stoop coming into the entrance. It is obviously natural, somewhat, but you do detect a bit of worked area, meaning something has been in here, something is carved out. I mean, the Eye of Sorrow has so much lore and legends. Anything is really possible at this point. Nothing in particular stands out like, oh yes, this is the Mines of Moria or whatever. It's yeah, not that simple. Make your way into the cave. As you move forth, please begin your exploration.
Anything noticeable from the get-go with dark vision?
Only that there is a small tunnel that looks like it is going to open into a larger chamber up ahead.
Do we hear anything?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I will motion for everybody to kind of hold back a little bit as I move forward, and I will stealthily trek forward to the open air area.
12 on perception.
You do not hear anything.
Is there any blood on the floor?
Give me
Where
an
is-
investigation check.
Assistance.
Or a perception or
Survival?
investigation. You can do either or.
Oh, not survival.
Assistance, if you're doing investigation.
Survival would be like tracking the blood, but you gotta find it first.
Alright, perception. Go. 14.
As you look around, you do not spy any large spatterings of blood. 18, no, neither either.
Okay.
Doesn't mean that it didn't happen. There wasn't a gross amount of blood on the rope. It was very small.
Okay.
Barian, as you move in, basically you can see the narrow tunnel opens into a chamber. There seems to be a large column in the middle. There is some, looks like ruined crates or something, junk that's broken and splintered up against it. There are obviously the column is so big, it's almost like dividing this room into two different ways where you can kind of go to the left and go to the right. It is dark, but there is a soft glow of bioluminescence that is coming from the right side. You believe there are some cave plants that are giving off this soft glow near the column.
Okay. I will motion for everybody to move up to where I am as I proceed a little farther in, and I will go in the direction of the bioluminescence.
Okay.
Following.
Do we need to move the minis? Or
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
go.
Yes, you definitely need to move the minis. I'm a DM here, damn it. Not a lazy Susan.
Oh, she's late.
He said he's moving to the left.
To the right.
You
Moving
go this way,
around
we all
to
go.
the right.
Okay, I'm moved. Santi will.
Go ahead and reveal
We'll
some of
send-
this.
Yeah, been a long.
Keep going. Keep
Say
going.
Mallory
Keep going.
is
Keep going. Keep going. Keep
moving
going.
as
Good.
stealthily as he can.
Just move everyone else in behind us.
Yep,
Like,
absolutely.
Clank, clank, clank.
Oops.
Destroying the cavern as you go. This is what
And we're
happens
stuck.
when you explore nature. You ruin it. No.
As wizard looks surprisingly familiar.
So long as.
I feel like I've met you all in a
All
past
right,
life.
we're inside, and that's as far as we've gone. If you can see it, I don't know if he wants to go
Yep.
further.
Well, he wanted to go further. Well,
He
wanted
wanted.
you guys to go further.
Him. All right, our
No.
our ranger.
Yeah, he's sneaking in front of us.
So
Just shout when
just
shit
keep
goes
going.
down.
Is that what he wants? Like
Okay.
that way,
Yep.
and we move.
Yep.
Everyone else
Keep up
move up.
with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
All right.
Base.
I'm just gonna move everyone up within about 10.
You can see the plant to your left, which is giving off the bioluminescence.
All right. I want to stay a little away from those, but I kind of want to move up along the line with them.
Okay.
Anything new with dark vision?
Nothing new with dark vision. Let's see here. What is your range on dark vision? 60?
Should be.
300.
You 300.
Yeah. Twilight Cleric.
Oh, Twilight Cleric.
Yeah. Nothing
So, for the non-dark vision, do we have a torch out?
It's bioluminescence.
Hope not.
Is it bright enough for us to actually see?
No, no, it's not bright enough for you to see. You can see the
Oh, sorry.
bioluminescence, but it's not like casting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Yeah, you can see that it's glowing at a spot over here.
Just hold on to the rope like
And yeah.
Oh, those ropes you had to let go.
But sticking,
All right.
I see nothing ahead. That kind of thing.
Let's see.
With my forward with the way that my mini is facing as a reference, 3 forward and 2 farther into the cave.
Okay.
Is that 1, 2, 3 forward? And then to his left.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll look around and see if we can see any or
Where that
perceive any.
spring-loaded plate is.
As you kind of move there, you do notice that from the bioluminescence, there appears to be a skeleton laying near them. It is hard to
Alright,
tell.
I will kind of.
Yeah, it's hard to tell exactly what it is. Just bones.
I will kind of gesture at it so that everybody else is like can see point it at the floor and be like, stuff is there.
Gross.
Okay.
You mean
Give
skeleton?
me a nature check, Barian.
Okay. Nature.
That's the skeleton.
7.
Okay.
7. All right. You're not exactly sure what kind of plants they are. Just they're bioluminescent. They're kind of glowing. The bones themselves, it's very hard to tell as they are broken up.
Okay. I will go another 3 squares forward and then take a gander and look around.
Okay.
Far behind. What you
As you move kind of towards that direction, feel free, guys, on that side is able to kind of pull that back a bit. There you go. That's good. The cavern itself is kind of large. You can now see the big center column. You see some cobwebs, although they're very small. They're not very large. It's just some webbed activity. Possible cave entrance there on the very end. Yep, possible tunnel that leads off that direction. But definitely a larger tunnel leading off in that direction.
What? Can we see what this is?
I think that's more fungus.
Is it that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see that this is fungus, but it's not necessarily bioluminescence. There's some
Okay.
plants.
Okay.
Santi would like to do a nature check on
Okay.
this stuff kind of immediately to his
Give
left.
me a nature check.
Not that I'm great at that, but
For an herbalist, you should be.
Oh,
I did roll a 16.
Yes, actually, you immediately spot a bloodroot plant. You know that when this plant is boiled and muddled, it can make for convincing fake blood. It has to be harvested, though.
A little blood pack on us.
all right.
Take
Wait.
it,
Who feels
Lucky.
as humans that they are a little nervous not having dark vision?
Yes.
All right, it's those
Okay.
two. Sorry, there's only so much I can do.
Yeah.
All
Humans
right.
and their problems.
For Jordy and say, Stygian cast Eyes of the Night.
Okay.
For the next hour,
Nice.
you two also have 300-foot night vision. Dark vision, sorry.
Nice.
As
Thank
you
you.
cast your spell, there is a sound. Everyone give me a perception check.
Who's casting magic in my
God, this is gonna be one of those days.
19.
I used up all my perception on hide and seek.
His eyes are tired.
It's a Stygian, Jordy. Only 2. Okay. There is a surprise. Everyone, please roll me an initiative roll. As Stygian and Jordy, you are not surprised. Anyone have alertness feat?
I rolled a 19, not surprised.
Oh, did you roll a 19?
Yeah.
Where are you at?
Yeah.
Oh, yep, way up there you did.
Yeah.
3 of you. So 3 of you are not, so 3 of you react quickly, which keeps the group from being surprised.
Very nice.
Nice.
I just need Stygian's initiative to come through.
And of course, I wasted my initiative on combat.
So you are not surprised as the 2 bioluminescent plants begin to move.
What?
There's another trait that was
I
going
think
to
this shit's kicking in.
Stygian initiative.
efficiency. There was another vigilant blessing. I will use vigilant blessing.
What is vigilant blessing?
That lets me, give me or someone I choose today. For this one, it's just me. Give myself advantage
Got it.
on
Initiative.
Finally, I get to use this shiny weapon I found this long time.
Where is it? It's been so long. Where is it? There it is. 10.
All right, there we go.
Hold up.
All right, first one. Say, Mallory, you were the first to react as both of these bioluminescent large plants kind of lurch forward.
Is that the,
Is it the ones that look?
That is those 2.
Oh. Free action. Drop my backpack.
Poof! Hits the ground.
How long is it going to be till you forget to pick it up?
We're
What
gonna
section
wait.
is it going to be?
Start laying the bets,
Bill's doing
ladies
like
and gentlemen.
every
Laying
single-
the bets.
Until he got boots, I think. Bill used to do it every single battle.
Right?
I can move 40
You can.
because I have lots of.
Making up for Santi there.
Exactly.
Which ones are that one?
It's the ones that
Those.
look
You're backing up.
Yes.
You're away from the danger.
But you can see them.
Don't run from people.
Yeah. That's why he's running.
We can see the big hand on the camera too. The big monster.
Yeah, reaching for the bridge of the Enterprise.
Okay.
All right, and I shall throw a dart.
All right, do it.
Really?
But being a plant, it has no effect.
It's a poison dart, though.
No, it's a poison dart.
AC 12.
That is a hit.
Well,
You strike it and it's fungi. Ha ha.
7.
There
7 points of damage to the fungus plant.
Yep.
That's not so fun, is it?
That's a lot of damage.
From a dart. Wow.
Make a rope dart or rope javelin.
Next is Jordy White.
The character to have one. It's not in the game.
Only a
system.
monk weapon.
Alright, he's going to...
You look good.
Yeah, both of those plants are basically one giant plant, by the way. So it's all just one plant.
No.
All right. He's going to chill touch. The one that was damaged, I'm assuming is the one to my left. Yeah, this one. But if you please pull me over kind of this way.
Casting chill touch.
I got Ray. I got 120 feet.
Oh, that's 15.
Perfect. That's perfect. Thank you.
You
Alright.
move through people though.
So touch.
He should still be able to
23.
That is a hit.
Oh, yes. Did you think that wasn't gonna hit?
You never know.
23?
Just
Or
for the
8.
record, my 14.
Alrighty. It freezes a good chunk of the plant, which like part of the top, kind of just freezes and falls and crumbles into like little ice cubes. You can tell that actually had a nasty effect. Next is the plant itself. It kind of moves just a little bit, so move it toward. Who's the closest person? Leoric?
Yeah.
Is it 5 feet away from Leoric? You can move 5 feet.
Yeah, because I made sure to be 10 feet away.
Yep. It can move 5 feet as it kind of. And it lashes out with some tendrils, of which 2 reach out to Leoric. And is there somebody next to Leoric as well?
Yes.
And who is that?
Someone with a shield.
Stygian. All right. The first one lashes out at Leoric. AC 19.
Yes. Stiggy Stardust.
It does 5 points of necrotic damage.
Got it.
The second one lashes out at Stygian.
I'm resistant to necrotic damage.
You are. You take half. Take 2 points. The second one lashes out at Stygian. AC 20.
Wow.
Radiant necrotic.
Hits.
It does 4 points of necrotic damage.
That's what I really like about Asmar. Is resistance to necrotic and radiant.
And next is Barian.
Alright, let's do this. I'm going to shoot at the one that just attacked my friends. So let's go with the longbow shot. Hey, 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
Hey, he was saving his bowmanship. Yes.
8 points of damage.
And as you do, it lets out a small shriek, and it kind of crumbles and tilts to the side and ceases to move.
Still upset.
Nice. Move me 3 squares backwards and 2 squares over, which will put me kind of behind where our monk is.
Oh, okay.
It is defeated. The other one doesn't. The other half of it doesn't appear to move. It was just kind of connected to it. So this one kind of goes down. The bioluminescence still glows. In fact, it was not. The bioluminescence looked like it kind of maybe it had attached itself to the plant. It's not really a part of the plant in and of itself.
I just like a compass rose like overlay for Kyle. You just tell us north. That's how he's going.
Right.
All right.
I just need to put a compass rose on the bottom of my actual miniature.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Or you could fly down here and play with this live in person.
That too.
Well, how
Fair
about
enough.
this?
Gonna make it happen.
Can we investigate the fungus?
I guess.
Not entirely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Never mind.
And the other one's not attacking, right?
No,
It's like, okay, those heads. I'll poke it. Does it move?
it does not move.
Okay.
You poke it.
Didn't even get to show off.
Santi will try to identify it with a nature check.
Okay. Roll a nature check.
Again, I'm not super.
He keeps saying that and keeps nailing them. Nope, didn't make that one. You're not exactly sure what that is under there.
I will try as well.
Okay, nature check.
I wanna.
For a 20.
Oh!
3.
Well, if they had been a ranger like yourself, they would have known that this is a violet fungus. It is a medium-sized plant. It likes to live in these depths. It's known for having that necrotic, death-like touch. Obviously, most plants are immune to being blind, deafened, frightened. They sense things like a blind sense does. It is a purplish mushroom that uses its root-like feelers. It can creep, so it can move across floors and whatnot. Yeah, They pretty much any creature that is killed by a violet fungus decomposes rapidly, and then a new one sprouts from the moldering corpse, growing to full size in 2 to 12 days. So,
investigating the bones that we found.
okay.
Nice.
Assistance.
Yeah, I will assist you.
I'll do my own.
Well, who's better?
He gets-
Is this for me? I'm +4. But I've already
I'll
assisted
assist you. He rolls.
Good.
You don't roll when you assist him.
I don't?
It
No.
gives him advantage.
I want to roll.
Then you can't assist.
Okay, a 6.
All right. Well, all three of you, wow.
Bone-
Larry,
my
Curly,
assist
and
was
Mo
an
go
18.
down to look and bump heads. And
Who's looking at that?
wise guy. Hey, certainly.
Yeah.
22 on my investigation.
What's the big
After they knock heads and are kind of like holding their foreheads and get out of the way.
Well,
Uh,
so what are people's investigations? I'm a 0.
+4?
Okay. I will
+4.
start.
yeah, Varian kind of
Minus
looks over. Going through the bones, you can tell that this corpse is probably what decayed into the fungus. You do, however, see a few pieces of coinage glinting amongst the shrubbery.
There we go.
There are 4 gold pieces, 2 silver pieces, and 2 copper pieces.
You know.
And the bloodroot plant, of course, is still intact.
Did you say originally there was a sword or something by it?
I did not.
Do I have to roll something to harvest it?
Yes. So harvesting a plant is an action. It is a nature check, DC 15. If you have herbalism proficiency, you have advantage on that
I
check.
do have herbalism.
I will assist you.
Well, he already has advantage.
He already has
I
advantage.
already have advantage.
Well, not yet, so.
Double assist or double advantage should just be a success, honestly.
So it is a nature check, DC 15, to harvest the bloodroot plant
7.
with advantage.
Yes.
Even with my
He
assistance?
mutilates it.
You killed the bloodroot plant. It died.
There's another one, right?
No.
I'm gonna walk over towards the other plant
Yes.
and look at the spider web.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I'm just impressed by how big the spider web is.
How thick is its strands?
Small. Very small.
Okay.
Very thin.
8.
You do not see anything large moving. You can tell that the spider web itself is not entirely complete, missing in lots of places. So definitely maybe built by smaller spiders over a long period of time.
Okay.
Possibly some spiders still live in it, but it's not anything like a giant.
Okay.
You don't see any giant spiders like sitting there going, "Come closer, come closer."
Okay.
Alright. Violent
Okay.
guy.
Then can I point everybody over at the cave thing in the corner by the spider webs and be like, let me go check that out right quick. Back me up if anything comes out.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Go ahead and pull that back. Pretty much reveal the whole thing there. You'd be able to take that blanket and throw that one away. Looking down, the chamber is dark. It feels colder than the previous chamber. Slight cooler air comes from this direction. What is your dark vision?
Should be 300 right now.
Oh, his is Barian.
No,
Oh, you're
not
gonna give it
yours.
to him? No.
Barian does not have dark vision, no.
It is very dark.
But you give it to him.
Well, how many people could you give it to?
2.
Oh, just 2.
Well, if they're right behind him.
So
Yeah, the rest of you
us
should be
come
over
up?
there.
It looks like
Yeah.
to get through there, you would definitely have to duck, as the entrance is only about 3.5 feet high. But once it does open up, it opens up into a sizable room. Like, it's got enough headroom.
Don't put me in
Okay.
the web.
It's just the entrance is kind of, don't put me in the web. Paranoia sets in already.
Go on.
Close the horticulture guide, because we're not going to be needing that today.
I think we might need a torch here.
Okay, I'll cast.
Well, I can see in. I'm right beside you.
That doesn't help. It's like it doesn't help me.
Well,
we don't need.
Follow the sound of my voice. Voice.
I can cast light on a rock.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
And give it to you.
Yeah.
It's a little flashlight action.
Actually,
Okay.
throw the rock into the room.
Yeah. Flashbang.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
It's the one spell I have.
We just yell in instead. Hey,
Okay.
anybody there?
With light, there appears to be no exits, but you can note what appears to be a skeleton laying near the western wall.
Okay, Baryon will stealthily go in first, and he'll get about halfway. He'll take up a position about halfway between the entrance and the skeleton, and then motion for everybody else to come through.
Okay.
I will watch his back.
I'll come in right behind him.
Okay. So move Baryon halfway in.
Bigger shield. This one? Yep.
And I am very alert to the skeleton.
Focusing on the skeleton.
As you are alert to the skeleton, you notice some shadows start to move around him. In fact, the shadows become three-dimensional as they rise up near the skeleton and begin to advance towards you.
The light didn't give them away.
Alert.
Or did I just create them?
Maybe you just created them. Because you have to have light to have a shadow.
I will take.
You'll take an initiative.
Diagonal steps off to the side.
Roll an initiative.
For all of us, or just
Everybody.
Hey there.
I haven't even noticed the shadow yet.
Whoopsie.
Like, where are y'all getting those weapons up for?
yeah.
You know what you're doing?
No. I don't know what I'm doing.
What are they, scared of their own shadow?
Alrighty. Jordy White, you were first to react.
Fireball is not recommended.
Thank you.
Fireballs all
See, you're gonna say something. I'd like to chill touch the one on the. I'm assuming that's west.
The far one. Okay. We'll call that one A.
On A. AC 8.
That is a miss. Even for a shadow. Anything else? Alrighty. Say Mallory.
Let's see. 30 feet.
Right.
And still have line of sight.
Jump over.
First off, dropping my backpack.
Oh wait, that backpack's back in the other room.
No, I did.
Okay.
By the way, how many darts do I get back after?
So darts are not ammunition. So unless something happens to it, then you'll get
Okay.
Don't throw it.
All right, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Now if you
I
like
wanted to be
throw it
sure.
at somebody standing on a cliff and you miss,
Sure. Okay. All right, then I will throw a dart at this one.
okay. We'll call that one A.
Put little whistles in.
I know, right?
24?
That is it.
Long
can't
dart
see them, right?
takes another light.
We can't see. 7.
Got it. However, it looks like as it kind of goes through the wisps of this creature, you notice it like doesn't seem to like have a solid effect as it tears some shadow away, but only a little bit.
Starting to
Alrighty.
get that stuff.
Anything else?
Pick it up and do something.
Stygian.
There we go.
Well, I'm on first then.
The excuses start already. Fireball would be great, so turn undead.
I can't turn into
What kind of kids are you a cleric?
And it's
Tell me you have religion. Okay.
No,
Nothing better than a cleric who
Jordy.
doesn't have proficiency in a religion. What do you believe in?
Our paladin and
Nihilus.
our monk all get blessed.
Yes.
Ah,
Where was that in the combat?
No,
+9 for the most powerful
The red robe, please.
Depends on the roles of the subject.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Move. Let's see. Let's move that shadow A up to Barian. There you go. And let's take shadow B and move him around that column. And he will come up and we'll choose that there. Same Mallory.
You got tactics. What did I say?
As they flow through the darkness.
Sachet.
He comes up to Barian. The shadow reaches forward with his grasping hands and grabs nothing. That was horrible. The other one reaches for Say Mallory. Oh, AC 19. Say Mallory takes 7 points of necrotic damage. But you feel your strength wane from you as 3 points of strength disappear.
Well, this is the first good thing I rolled a
Second character.
and a third. So do I have to go into the anvil and remove strength?
Yeah, you can do a modifier on your strength score. You should be able to do a -3 modifier by right-clicking on it.
Oh.
Barian, you are next.
Alright, I'm going to kind of move to the side of that will-o-wisp thing, this shadow, and
Gotta move in.
I am actually going to take just to get out of the way so people can get closer to it, and I'm actually going to take the dodge action.
Okay. He wants to move to the side of it. And he's taking the dodge action as he kind of goes defensive. Balin.
Firebolt on the one. Say.
Okay. Fire bolt on the one in front of Say.
B.
Oh, that is a hit.
Nice.
Yocho.
Alrighty. 8 points of damage. That seemed to have a pretty severe effect on it.
Yeah.
Did not like that. Actually, no, it didn't. It didn't have a severe effect. It had a negative effect. It did not do as much damage as you thought it would, actually. Yeah.
So down. Well, we gotta do rating. That was really hurt.
Yep, that one also. The little fire kind of goes flaming through it. It only tears away a piece of the shadow, not as much as you thought. Next, Leoric.
Move me up to the one right next to Varian. Yeah. And I will take my swings with my double-bladed scimitar.
Okay.
First one, natural one. Yeah! And on the other side, AC.
That is a hit.
That'll do 5 points of damage. I rolled 2, but one. Well,
How much you actually
how much did I actually do? Over that, 2.
Not as much as you thought it would do, unfortunately. There we go. And after Leoric, back to Jordy White.
Toll the dead on a wisdom DC 12.
Necrotic damage.
All right.
Maybe he's a thief.
Wisdom.
12.
He's got an 18 on his saving throw.
Wow. Let's see.
Say Mallory.
Alright,
matter.
go ahead and drop that line again. Alright, because I am mobile,
Right?
I don't have to do anything, I just get to run away.
I think you have to attack them as with mobile.
Oh. Okay. Well, fine.
Back into the water.
There's not a feat called flee.
There should be.
There should be, as long as you don't take.
But because-
That's right. But I don't even have to hit.
No,
You
just
just have
after
to
attack.
take the attack action.
Take this.
But because
Fine.
you attacked,
Yeah. Take 100,000 points of damage. All right. So using my spear, I will attack for 22.
That's a hit. Unless you don't care, you just want to run away.
I'm gonna hit.
Okay.
All right. So that's see how much that.
4 points of damage.
I will use my bonus action for a unarmed strike.
Whoa.
For 21, 22 plus.
That is another hit.
Six points.
All right.
And now I'm gonna run away.
That puts that in there. Take it. 15, 20, 25. Behind the wheel.
Out the door.
I'll protect you. He's got darts.
Yeah. Well, I gotta be within 20 for the
Stygian is next.
Okay, so here it is. Okay, look. Alright.
do they have numbers?
That's A, that's B.
Okay. I guess it's A.
Okay.
Sacred Flame. hit.
Sacred Flame. He fires off.
There we go.
Or it's only 12, but yeah, do
Let's see here. That's dexterity.
Yes.
Ah, Sacred Flame strikes it. Do your damage.
Alrighty. 8 points.
Well done.
8
As a
points.
Sacred Flame strikes it, you can see that it almost like turns into a burst of energy, doing more damage than you anticipated. A withers and disappears into its radiance.
Screw you, eh?
That one is gone.
I can do a quick thing.
Right. The next one, he moves up to who's that there with the bald head?
Me.
Yep. He moves up and
Yeah.
his icy claws reach out. Ah, AC 18. He does 6 points of necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 3. You feel weakening.
Probably not.
Weak
But
and-
I got one land Or I got a couple land games I could use for
Alrighty. And then Barian, you're next.
All right. Barian will bounce to the other side of the orc and take a ranged shot at that thing.
Just don't get too close. There you go. And fire when ready.
As far back as possible. 24 to hit.
That is a hit.
For 6 points of damage.
And nope. It tears more shadow away. The thing is starting to fade. Balin. Another firebolt. That is a hit. Oh, just barely caught him.
It doesn't do just as much damage as you think it should.
it. Does exactly what he thought.
Doesn't do as much damage as he meant it to do. Leoric.
Move right next to him. I'll take 2 shots. First one, AC 18 plus.
That is a hit.
That's gonna do 5 points of damage. Damn, only 2 rolls. And the second swing, AC 15.
That is another hit.
That's gonna do probably 5 points of damage.
And with that, it tears the shadow in half.
Nice.
And the
As it
shadow
starts to dissipate,
disappears.
to identify
I love this.
Yes, you can roll a religion check to try to identify.
Likewise.
it. Right.
Helm, do you know what this is? Ah, natural 20! 22.
Hey.
Natural 20. 20. But I only got 21.
Natural 1.
You pretty much know everything there is to know about the creature known as a shadow. From darkness, the shadow reaches out to feed on living creatures. Vitality. They consume any living creature. They are especially drawn to creatures untainted by evil. Creatures that lives a life of goodness and piety, consigns its basest impulses and strongest temptations to the darkness where the shadow's hunger. You do know the shadow drains one's strength, and if drains to 0, the consumed spirit becomes a shadow.
The darkness.
They are basically resistant to everything acid, cold, fire, lightning, thunder, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. They are, however, vulnerable to radiance.
So how long does the strength?
You notice
How
that
long is their drainage meant
Yeah.
to?
Permanent.
Usually
you know
last.
you know
Used to
that
be.
resting can basically recoup the strength.
Okay.
Yeah, after a period of rest, one is able to recoup their strength. It doesn't linger long, but the danger is if you are consumed, all your strength is consumed by a shadow, it basically sucks your life force out.
Worry not. You will be fine.
So does that mean that you have to do an official rest period, or is it
Yes.
we're good?
Yeah, you gotta rest.
Yeah, short rest
Short
or
or
long
long.
rest?
Could be, yeah, short rest will do.
Oh.
I'm gonna recover my arrow and then investigate the corpse.
Okay, any arrow that hits is gone. Any arrow that misses,
Got it.
there is a 50% chance of you finding it.
Even if it went through the target?
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
That's
Because that's the laws. I don't
Alright, this is bullshit.
Investigating the corpse over there then.
Because
the
it-
shadow just got mad and broke it.
The
21.
necrotic energy of the shadow corrupts
Where
the
there's
inside of
the
the
wood.
wood of there. Yeah, it's no longer
There
in
you
there.
Yeah, makes sense.
We investigating
Santi
the skeleton.
finds his darts.
Totally
and
makes
puts
sense.
his back.
We
We're gonna
investigating the
use
skeleton.
short rest to use.
Investigating. Barian looks around.
Yeah.
Sparta
I would
looks
like a
around.
short rest
Nine.
before we go further.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna short rest.
You say no?
We can short rest here.
You do notice that in this area, the skeleton itself has remnants of scraps of clothing. It was obviously humanoid. Possibly Sybil. The clothing looks like it would be from maybe a surface worlder. It could have been. You'd have to medicine check to tell exactly what race it was. But there is a small pouch that is intact on its tattered pants. Within it, you find 2 gold pieces, 5 silver pieces, and 3 copper pieces. But what's interesting is he has in one hand at first you think it a drinking horn, but it is not. It is an instrument horn, like a Viking horn. There is some kind of runic carvings on the side. It possibly comes from the north. It is made of brass and appears to be worth, well, maybe 15 or 20 gold pieces, possibly more.
I am going to use lay on hands, and I'll give 2 points to Say, 2 points to Balin, and 1 point to Stiggin. You got her? You got 10?
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
So you get a point.
You got 1 point. I
One
only have
point.
5
Oh, thank
in
you.
total.
Thank you. I've got that, but I've only got 1 spell.
Well, if you're going to short rest, you could short rest and burn your hit dice.
Yeah,
too.
that was just.
Yes, the party can take a short rest. The short rest is uneventful, so you can roll your hit dice for those who need it, and your strength does recover at
Does
the end of
everybody
the short
remember
rest.
the mechanics of how to use the hit die for it? Because
Click
it's not
the dice
straightforward.
box.
You have to click
Click
the little
and click the
box,
roll.
and then you have to click the 1d8.
Well, in case your hit die kind of blows, then I got you with some lay on hands.
Right there, you go. We'll save that since y'all are going to do a short rest.
Oh, I get that back on a long rest.
Yay, we know some people know how to click the hit die box. D&D Beyond, you should make it automatic on an okay. If anybody's watching who works there. Not that you are, but if you are, it would be really great
You have to click that.
to have that one be automatic.
Well, you click that, and then you click that. There you go.
Wow. That's what I needed.
And
And
does
Balin
that recover our strength as well?
Yes, your strength
Okay.
is recovered at the end of a short
Were
rest.
you able to? How did you adjust your strength down?
Right click on it. If you right click on the strength box,
Okay.
Yeah, not
there's
the,
a modifier.
I keep hitting the modifier, so, but yes, the actual strength itself.
Left click, not right.
After
Oh
you've
yeah,
done
okay,
that-
yeah, left click on it. Sorry.
Left click.
Click on the name and out the box.
After
Oh,
we've
like
done that,
Yeah.
Stygian, whichever.
And then
Mod-
you can
oh,
you
okay.
can
Takes 10
modify
minutes
up
as
and
a
down.
ritual
Okay.
and does
Okay.
detect magic on the horn.
The horn glows when you do a detect magic.
I'm assuming we did that before and then we rested.
We could have been just investigated.
That's fine.
Yeah, so we can check it out. While we rested.
That's fine.
Okay.
You can do it before. You cast it. He does detect magic, and then you guys rest.
I use a
Yeah.
ritual, so
While fiddling with the horn over your short rest, you learn it is a horn of silent alarm.
Look at it.
First one to look it up basically gets to tell everybody what it's about.
Oh, well then I won't.
This horn
Then I
has
won't bother.
4 charges. Use an action to blow it. One creature of your choice can hear the horn, provided the creature is within 600 feet and not deafened. No other creature hears the sound, and it regains 1d4 expended charges daily at dawn.
So you
So it's an oh shit for one person.
okay.
Really?
But that could also use to wake somebody up too. So,
Or if somebody's further away,
yes.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe the person who's in front
Yeah.
should hold on to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I should have it.
Yep. Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
I concur.
I shall carry it then.
Horn of silent
The
alarm.
person who is most alarming should carry the alarm.
Oh, it's going to be this kind of a campaign.
I think you tried this thing before and it didn't work.
It's the Sphinx.
It very much. It's the Sphinx.
Cool.
In order to
Got
put
it.
something down, you must
And
first pull it
I
up.
will be using
Go
it.
left, gotta go right.
Cool. For the betterment of the party.
What about wearing the
Plus,
watermelon on
I
my
find
feet?
these sayings very formulaic.
Well,
But it,
only because we rolled pretty well on the to hits.
Yeah. Unless I remembered the first time. Then it probably would have.
You had a circle on you.
I'm not looking over there. I'm looking at the character sheet.
okay. By the way,
All
this is
right.
over, of course.
Yeah.
Back out into
the circle, like,
the
right here.
cavern.
So
Okay.
we searched the whole room, yes?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
All right. Yep. You may move back out into the cavern.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
We're in that room.
Yes.
Where the
I'm trying to
main
find the
star.
freaking ranger.
Oh, he's
The one with the
down
bow.
next to the stalagmites.
There he is.
The one with the bow.
Yeah. Okay.
What gave it away?
Where
The
you
bow
wanna
that
go?
says Ranger.
Out front. Probably.
Damn.
There we go.
Probably. And again, stealthing out about 15 feet in front of the group. I'd have to have the camera moved in order to see where to actually put myself.
Go ahead and pull that back. Pull it back. A little more on your side. There we go. No, you're good. You're good. Go on that side too. Right there. Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. And exactly where I would have put myself. Nice job.
We know you still want.
Yeah, like you're
So you can
moving,
always-
so it's on us.
You can pivot this if you need to like move the
camera. Oh,
It just
okay.
spins like this.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on us to move. Whenever you put us where we are, it's gonna be on us. So don't worry about where you put. No one's gonna get pissed,
Okay.
kind of like that.
If they don't
Like,
like it, they can eat.
Yeah, they have all rights to just go in and.
I'll defend you if somebody steps up and has a hot mess. Because like I don't want to mess my stuff. Thank you so much for moving me.
So you didn't say nothing, so.
Alrighty. Ahead here,
There's a head
This
here.
chamber, this chamber has a pathway directly across from your entry point, with a small pocketed area on each side. The chamber itself glistens with moisture that you can see coming from your faint light. It seems to also be fairly devoid of plant life.
Do we hear anything?
Give me a perception check.
Likewise. I think I got tinnitus.
17.
It does appear to be very quiet in here, very still.
Very loud for
Almost like
almost
Too
like
quiet.
someone's hiding
Almost
from
like
us.
too quiet,
The
too
silence is
still.
deafening.
All right.
Give a good old.
Barion's facing. He'll move.
You must
forward
first learn to
up
master your
against the
rage
wall and
before your rage becomes your master.
What you gonna say,
see
right?
if he can see anything down towards the larger side of the cavern.
Okay.
Moving forward a little
Marion wants to move forward and veer to the right.
bit. His right.
Yes.
Just straight the way I'm facing. Just move me straight forward up against that wall because I'm looking down the other way towards the larger part of the cave.
Oh, yeah. I think straight forward to the opposite wall, he means.
oh, this wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, that's fine.
And everybody else, go ahead
Towards
and move.
this side. Or is
You okay?
Yeah. My visual caught up. So yeah, that's.
have you given you trouble?
If you'll please just move
All
me
right.
like the middle over here. I'll just be right there.
Stealthing and I'm
As a heavy metal.
looking around. I don't really see anything, so I motion for everybody else to kind of start moving forward.
Marion, give me a stealth check, since you said you were stealthing. And everybody else,
18.
very nice. Everybody else in there except for Say, give me a perception check.
14. Not too bad, not too good.
14 and a half.
3.
15. Not bad.
I feel like the
All
difference
right.
between 14 and 15 is very
So, let's see here. We're gonna, let's see. Jordy is a 1-2. Who is that over there in the Balin? 3-4. Leoric, 5-6,
You don't
and
gotta include me.
Stygian 7-8. 7-8. Stygian.
Yes.
Stygian is
I mean,
the winner.
Yay!
Oh,
Yay.
Arrow, perhaps?
Stygian, yay.
What happened?
Stygian, something swings at you and hits an AC 19.
Yeah, it hits.
It does a whopping 2 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of acid damage.
Ouch.
As part of the floor, the glistening floor, kind of rises up, and a pseudopod-like appendage slaps out in your direction.
Got smacked by the
Pseudopod.
pod.
Everybody roll me an initiative.
Oh,
Damn
Its,
You know, I-
its grayish color seemed to disguise it from the floor.
Would that be slightly ochre colored?
No. It's gray color.
I don't know what color ochre is anyway.
Yeah, I really thought that the whole point of having the ranger out front was to find it.
Stygian, you have a shield and armor?
Yes.
Your shield is decayed by 1.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Now it's a +1 instead of +2.
That is correct.
Gotcha.
All right. I need Stygian's initiative, and then we can get into it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know I was supposed to do that. I'll use my features, manage. Oh, sorry.
I have a question regarding a weapon.
Yeah.
The double-bladed scimitar. Must I two-hand it to wield it? Or-
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think it's a versatile weapon. I believe it is two-handed.
Okay, done.
I was wondering if I could one-hand it and just not have
Versatile.
the bow. Okay.
Yeah. Versatile is the requirement for 1 to 2 handed.
No, it's martial special traded.
Yeah. There we go. Balin, you are first.
Firebolt.
22.
What's your plus?
What is Balin doing?
Firebolt.
Firebolt. That is a hit.
Does 7 points of damage.
Dang.
You think it's like it would do is more damage? You're like, this thing is obviously resistant to fire.
Okay. I'll yell that at you. Fire.
Not immune, but just resistant. There's little sparks on it that kind of.
I'll just say that fire doesn't do the full effect.
Okay. Anything else? All good? Jordy, you'll be next.
Ray of sickness.
Ray of Sickness, he says.
Against his flat-footed AC. Con 12. Save.
His saving throw is a con of 10.
Yes. Where's the... They got... Oh, for 12 poison?
12 poison damage.
And he's got a... Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's a range attack and then a con save. Right? So I didn't make a range attack.
Yeah, make a
So
range
con
attack roll.
save will okay, 21.
That hit.
Okay, so
Fail to
then-
save.
Fail to save. So it's 12 damage and then
Poison condition?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I believe it has disadvantage on his attacks. You can see a sickly green kind of wave through, like veins ripple through this grayish blob, and it kind of like withers. It seems to like crinkle instead of being smooth and shiny.
Well done. You have made it even more disgusting.
I'd like to think it make it
Barian.
I will shoot I will loose an arrow at it and attempt to identify it. So first the arrow for a 12 to hit.
That is a hit.
Nice. For 11 points of damage.
Again, the arrow seems like it does some damage, but not all of its damage as it plunges into the gray mass.
And then attempting to identify it.
Okay, choose your check. Arcana, I see.
Arcana 4.
Yeah. It is a gray thing. It is a gray
Is
blob.
it kind of oozy?
Alright.
No, he's got a 4. It's a blobby. And now he's thrown off by the whole green thing. So, the whole green thing. Stygian.
Is it withdraw? Is that the
Disengage.
disengage?
As an action.
Yeah, because if I hit it, it's going to ruin my Warhammer next.
Stygian bravely runs away.
Alright,
Bravely,
fine. I attack with the Warhammer.
Why don't you trip it or something?
I'll
Or
do
shove it.
Attack. Let's
Hey,
see.
actually, if you do his interpretive dance, it might think you're dead.
Yeah.
If someone else does the
See, I should have run away. It's a
It's a hit.
hit.
It's a hit.
Hey now.
Oh
I was
wow.
gonna say, well, at least your weapon doesn't get you.
Well,
Well.
yeah. Oh, big 4 points of damage.
But 4 points of damage is enough to smash it, and it splatters where it can't reconnect itself, and it is gone.
Yay! And your hammer takes off.
However, you do notice that your hammer isn't as
Is that what it used to be?
There's like these pock marks of like
You
it
should
does
just
one
punch
less
it.
damage as the metal is kind of corroding.
I wasn't gonna touch it. I was gonna do the help action. I'm not
But
risking my weapons for this.
yeah, when you hit it, it makes a final splat, and it kind of it's gone. Anyone else can do an Arcana check who has not attempted one.
I'll try it.
Alright, no more Warhammer.
Arcana.
17.
Ah, yeah. 17, you know what it is. A 15, you know what it is. 13, you know what it is. You don't know everything about it. You three recognize it as a gray ooze. It is a medium ooze. They're very stealthy. You do note that they are resistant to fire and that their ability to corrode metal is what makes them the most dangerous. Don't know everything about them, but you do know a little about them. Once again, for anyone like watching playing, the DC is usually 10 plus their hit die. And if you get that, you know a couple of things about them. If you get 5 over that, you know everything about it. So you guys just know a couple of things about it.
All right.
We know he's dead.
Can I
Yes.
attempt to investigate this open area of the cave over here?
Okay.
Alcove.
Give me an investigation
Yep.
check.
Yes.
I'll do my own.
I agree with Say. Find the monsters.
Nah.
Let's go.
Is this a
Go adventuring, they said. It'll be fun, they
Fair
said.
enough, fair.
I will give.
Does somebody want to assist me with the investigation of that area?
No.
is this a chest right behind me?
Big one, too.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's investigate and find out.
Yeah.
I got a 19.
There's a lot of the people investigating seem to locate a box. As you are, yes, I see, good investigation check. Everybody locates the box. Inside the box, you notice there is a small wooden statue of a bear. It is finely carved. It's probably worth about 5 gold pieces. Very nice, actually. But it's made of wood.
5 gold.
Yes.
Yeah.
You barely saw it. But,
It's all right away.
Right. All right. Baryon will
Baryon.
definitely move his way over towards
Baryon.
the other part of the cave.
Alrighty. You may sally forth.
And see if there are any other surprises lurking around for us.
Yeah, we have this whole
And we also
back
got-
end,
we
and
got
we have an
this
exit.
opening.
Go for it. But don't
Okay.
call me Sally.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
One.
I'll be up there with him.
Or an investigation.
23.
There is nothing hiding back here, nor moving. The place on this end of this little cave looks clean. In fact, there are like a lot of the loose gravel and stuff. It's gone. It looks kind of polished, if you will. Probably the effect of the ooze. Maybe that's where it lairs most of the time, and it crawls around, setting a trap out here other times.
Oh.
Just peel that back a bit.
Your dark vision's gone. Only lasts an hour.
Yeah, their dark vision
Yeah.
will be
All
gone
right,
let
after
it
the
torch,
short
please.
rest. All right, mark off a torch. Y'all can peel this back here a little bit.
Yep.
And if you want
And Baryon will tell everybody to gather
Show
up,
the
and
camera.
he's going to go forward at 15, 20 feet and look in that part of the cave.
Okay.
Stealthily, of course.
Is that good?
You can move the camera. If you can see the screen, I'll put it there so you can see it.
Does that look good?
I don't know. You'll tell me.
I can't.
Perfect.
Yeah, put me.
The screen is
in there
facing
somewhere.
these guys
Yeah,
over here.
Yeah.
You reach in, or are you gonna? I'll reach in. So I wanna
Okay. Yeah.
take advantage of my
Got it?
Yep.
Somewhat distant from
dark
him.
vision. Their sight.
Cool.
Peel this back. At all.
You good?
Does this need to come back more?
I don't know. Let me see.
Well, I can see all the way far.
Yeah,
back to
you
the
can
end.
peel it back. Go. You can go ahead and. There you go.
Remove it?
Yeah, you can go ahead and remove it. All right. So go ahead and frame up the camera a bit. Get the whole room in there. This room itself, the chamber is dark and warmer. Give me a perception check, everyone.
No, not that one.
12.
14.
14.
Okay. You hear a very small yip, yip, a yipping noise. It kind of echoes through the small chamber. You're not exactly sure where it is coming from, but there it is followed by a shh. Yip. Shh. You notice there is a small pool of water, about 6 inches deep,
Barking spiders.
towards the alcove on the right. The walls have small plant life growing from them. This is kind of scattered all around. Very small flecks of bioluminescence, not a lot, nowhere near as much as what was in the front. Very, very small. The chamber has no other obvious exits that you can see.
You do the light spell with the rock thing again?
Sure. Light grenade. Flashbang.
Okay. Where do you throw it?
I will throw
And where are you? Right now you hit Varian in the back of the head.
Well, you can,
He's like, hey!
you can hand it up to the
Varian,
front.
Yeah, I'll give it to
will
Varian.
Go up around the. Yeah.
I'll
Varian will
cup
go
it in
up
my hand
around
for
the
the-
corner.
We'll hand it up to the front.
Yep. Baron, you throw it. And where do you throw it?
Stand up.
And I'll do
Stand
another,
up, my stalagmite.
and I'll do another one so we can light up both sides.
Well, you have to move up to throw it,
No,
Varian.
you can
I'm just
hand it
gonna-
up.
I'm just gonna hand
Once
the
it's
rock.
done, it's
Whoa.
done.
If I do a third one, we could triangulate. Yeah.
Equilateral?
So-
Or isosceles?
Wait.
Oh my god. Mystery minute. Just. All right.
Great.
So you throw it in there. It does, it starts casting some light.
And we see.
No.
Varian will.
Once again,
stealthily
you hear
go up.
a yip yip. Shh.
Well,
Varian will stealthily go up about 3 and then to the right about 3.
Okay. Give me a stealth check, Marion.
and
Okay.
Stygian will do the same.
Okay.
But he'll go to the left.
Which are you?
It should be the one right behind you.
24 on the stealth.
Very nice.
All right. Wow. Nice your stealth. Let me do my stealth.
I will go to where Baron used to be.
Oh, come on!
Stealthily.
Clang, clang, clang. No,
7.
Okay,
It
well,
was a...
if it's even any
as
good.
as Stygian moves up,
Oh, 17 and 8.
a large orb-like creature floats out and over.
Oh my. Excuse me?
It has stalks that wave on the top of the orb in the air. It looks almost plant-like, but very creature-like. There appears to be a central eye in one side of this orb-like creature. Everyone roll an initiative. So you didn't know this campaign was supposed to wipe you out and y'all become spirit creatures, did you?
Oh my gosh. Hold it. 5.
Nothing. I rolled an 8.
And Jordy, just need your initiative.
Sir.
Alrighty. And first one up is Varian.
Forward 2 and to the right 3, and then I will shoot an arrow at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
$14 to hit.
That is a hit.
Awesome. For 7 points of damage.
When you shoot it, it explodes.
Oh.
There is a burst of spores and gas,
Oh, that's great.
which emanate 4 squares from it. Are either of you within 4 squares?
1, 2.
I am on the 4th square.
I think they are both on the 4th.
I need they both of them to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my gosh.
The old con.
13.
12.
You are both successful. So you only take half of 8 points of poison damage. So you take 4. And neither of you are infected with a disease as this thing bursts and explodes, and it is gone.
Still counts as one. Think of the XP.
And the cleric has just dropped.
Oh, the cleric is down.
Do we gotta lay on hands for?
I got healing hands.
If only we had good berry.
I can give you 1 hit point.
That's exactly
all
what he
he
needs.
Yep, you get 1 hit point. Healing hands.
What's on your turn?
Oh.
We're in combat.
Yeah.
Are we still in rounds? He exploded.
No, it exploded. It's gone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
that was.
thought he exploded.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
there's
you.
the-
Him.
Healing hands.
Hand me monster.
Mike Wazowski let
I didn't
himself
realize
go.
it died with that explosion.
Go.
Nope.
I thought that was like an effect.
Good little
that-
Simar backup healing.
Yeah, well, we're about to go
When
back.
he shot
into
it, the whole thing just exploded. Like dead exploded.
Kamikaze.
Must have
Yeah.
something.
And once again, you hear.
20 for initiative.
And it appears to be coming from
We're
the
gonna get
side
another
where
one of these.
Barian is. Sound seems to be coming from over here.
Okay. We need to go stop this before we get another one.
I'll move up next to Varian and see if I can't peer over in that direction. Dark
Yeah.
vision should reach it. Do I see anything?
You see what appears to be a small tunnel near the floor, only about a foot in diameter, that leads out of the chamber. Right, leads away from you.
This is right here.
Yes.
Tunnel.
I mean, it's only about a foot high.
The yipping tunnel in which I don't think I can fit.
No,
Can you
none of
block
you
it?
could. None of you could actually fit.
Probably. Use some of this plant life. Rocks even block the hole. Throw a fireball.
Can we see anything coming out of the hole as far as like when the yipping happens and then you hear a sound?
Give me a perception check.
Where's the yipping?
We think it's coming from over there.
17.
You are very certain that the yipping sound is coming from in there. As you kind of get down to look in and listen, you hear yip. Shh. You hear like
Right.
it's a shushing noise, like someone is shushing.
If I get over here, can I
I'm
kind
gonna
of
check- pick
get
up
low
a
and
flame
look
that's
into
lit,
the tunnel?
Throw it down in the hole.
Okay. You hear yip yip yip. Does anyone speak Draconic?
Yes,
Oh, man.
actually,
Not this
I
character.
do.
Damn it.
Does
No,
any?
I
What
speak
other
Celestial.
languages do you speak? I have Draconic. That's one.
Celestial, Infernal, and Orc.
Okay. Anyone?
Goblin.
Orc.
Goblin.
Giant.
Goblin and orc.
You hear goblin. So
It's a goblin, guys.
when you hear
Or
the
a
yip sound, what you're hearing in Draconic is almost the word bark.
Okay.
It's like a, it's bark, bark. It's kind of like in Draconic, it would be like bark. And then you hear shh, and then right after that you hear, shut up, they'll find us, in goblin.
Oh. All right.
We see you.
I pull out, having described that, I pull out some rations,
Okay.
and in Goblin say, "We mean you no harm. Have some food."
You want me to stand ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is everyone where they want to be?
So-
by the way, I just want to.
Yeah.
Yes.
get out.
In
So I'm
Draconic,
obviously
I'm
over there because I'm tossing something in that hole. If
Yeah.
someone would put me over.
You're tossing it. Why not just hold it above?
I threw something in the hole. So
that-
You threw a light in the
yeah.
in Draconic, I will say bark? Question mark.
You go,
Bark.
yep. Give me a persuasion check. You have advantage for using the food
We got food.
and being and speaking goblin.
I'm not good.
Like mimic a common accent.
You're not good at this. What'd you go adventuring for? Jesus Christ, man! Pull yourself together.
I have a 9.
Yes, a 9.
Are you trying to be persuasive?
Yeah, I'm very bad at it.
Yeah,
Well, I could try.
he was trying to be persuasive.
He's
So he's like, "We have food.
we got
Come here, you
food."
little shit." You know, it's like, wait, that's not how you be persuasive. Say, you have to like
Can I
tone
try?
that back. Yeah, you can try.
Don't listen
You
to
speak
him.
goblin?
Yes.
Oh, if you use food, you have advantage.
Just use
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
Use your own
advantage?
food,
Oh,
though.
okay.
Yep, use your own food. I already used some.
Alright, I have food too. And I will roll again because I didn't know I had advantage. Really? Wow. Yeah, I insulted him again.
I'm not using my moves. You're good.
He's not a little shit. He's just a normal shit. It's like, what? All right. So, yeah,
I don't speak Goblin. Can I still try though?
Yeah, you can still try with persuading. It's just a normal roll since you don't speak Goblin.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we could do that.
You can do anything.
15.
So Jordy's like,
I got
let me show you how to do this.
Those
He
are the
lays on the
assholes.
ground very still,
pantomimes.
and he puts the food just outside.
I gave him the right words.
His artistic impression of
I'm gonna stand next
Improves my art, transcends races in language barriers.
and language. Yes. Let's move the camera around just a little bit.
You can go here, move up.
You won't be able to get.
I see what you're saying.
So, first out of the hole comes, it's a very small kobold. So you guys are, kobolds are kind of known in the valley.
They
And,
better be after.
oh yeah, a very small kobold comes out.
Oh, that
But
won't work.
what's different is, he's got like a little collar. And on his little collar, he's kind of got like this little silver thing that's dangling. And from the collar, there's a little piece of ribbon or something that comes back, and a goblin comes out holding it. The goblin is wearing strange clothes. The clothes he's wearing, they're not really ragged. In fact, they're almost fine. Tailored for a goblin. He can also see that he's a little dirty and a little messy, but other than that, the clothes are not threadbare and worn, and he doesn't seem to have any weapons. He kind of comes out. Oh, he says in Goblin. We mean you no harm. Who speaks Goblin? Just two of you? All right, yeah. So you two can.
Yeah, freely interpreted for everyone. And
He says, "We mean you no harm." You can see the little kobold is like trying to get to the food, and he's holding.
He's got an attack dog.
He's kind of holding him back. He's kind of giving him just a little bit of leash, and finally it gets the food, and it's like.
Ask him if he knows what happened
Kobold.
to the guy that came down.
Yeah. I am Say Mallory. Stiggy. Yeah, and goes.
We call him Stinky.
He's
What's your name?
I am Meekmuck, and this is Yip.
Fitting.
Who's you?
Oh, I didn't think we would come across anything like you. I mean, it has to have been a couple days. I don't even know where I'm at. Where am I exactly?
Who's your master?
I'm sorry.
Oh, Master Silas.
The Eye of Sorrow.
You are in a cave within the Eye of Sorrows.
He
Doesn't-
looks very doesn't understand what that is.
You're in a cave.
Master Silas is my master. Oh yes, I was out walking Yip for him.
Oh. So you're asleep then.
How long has he been walking them?
Oh, we were only gone for a couple of hours. We came across this shimmering puddle of purple light. Yip ran up to took a sip, and poof, we were here. We were, well, not here. On the other side of this tunnel, there's another cave, and a big purple shimmering in the air. And that's where we appeared. But then there was a creature that crawled out from a rock, and it chased us. It did, and we hid in this small hole where it couldn't get to us.
What did the creature look like?
Oh, it was tall, like you. And gray skin, no clothes. Very scary, very scary.
It's big and ugly, mean. Fangalores.
Can we get out of here?
With big tentacles coming out of it. I described the thing that exploded.
No, we've stood in this tunnel for days. We saw the tentacle thing. We would not go in there. We were hoping that it would go away, but it never went away.
Hey, tell him we have vanquished it to free you.
Everything to the exit
I heard the
is now
boom.
away.
Yeah, big bada boom.
Big bada boom. Big bada boom.
Uh,
Can you take me back to Master Silas?
Yes, we
Where
can.
is Master Sorrow?
Yes, we can.
sure. As soon as we find Master Silas, we'll be happy to take you to Master
I'm sure
Silas.
he knows where he is.
Yeah, where were we
Yeah,
located?
so-
Varion is very much grumbling in the corner as like
Don't worry.
freaking kobolds, one of the things that attack Emdel years ago. Never remember.
Well, it's the goblin who's speaking. The kobold doesn't say anything other than bark. And it just barks. It's also a very crude form of draconic, if you will.
In case I misunderstood, where's the purple swirly thing down that hole?
Yeah,
Or-
he basically points at the tunnel. He's like,
The
tunnel
big
goes
purple-
on, and he basically says, you know, you're assuming it probably goes maybe 60, 70 feet or so. But he said it kind of collapsed behind him as that creature was trying to reach in and get him. And so he's kind of been hiding in this tunnel, but he wouldn't come out. And he's got, they ran out of snacks like yesterday. So he wasn't wondering, he didn't know what to do.
So you never saw the other human?
The other human.
The one that
The gray thing that looked like us.
The one that we're chasing. The one that came down
Well,
the
the
road.
reason that we came down here.
Oh,
see
no,
anyone.
he's like, what other human? He doesn't know of another human.
Are we sure we were at the right cave?
Well, there are two other
We
caves.
didn't really
There are
get a
two other
choice.
caves.
Two other
There are two other caves, yes.
Really caves?
Yeah, there was a one on the right, one in the center, and
That's-
one on the left.
the
And we
cave
ended
that
up in the
the-
one on the
we
left.
chose.
The cave that the goblin's describing could be the middle cave
Correct.
because it's
Yes.
kind of in that direction,
Yeah. So we'll have to.
What kind of,
and we can't get in through this tunnel.
So are we
can we ask it what kind of creature his master is?
He kind of looks at you through who's human here.
Human.
Human, like them.
I look human.
Okay.
What do you do
Master
for master?
Silas is a human.
What do you do for master?
Alright.
What does
You ever
master
see my
have you
bones?
do?
I walk yip.
My skeletal.
I polish his shoes. I do other things for him if he needs food or things put away.
Gotcha.
How does freedom
Does master
sound?
live in a tower?
No.
Master-
Master has a very nice small home.
I named some of the major population centers in the valley. You know, do you recognize any of these names? You know, Felspar,
Glissondale.
No.
Glissondale.
Solomir.
Hellhammer.
That is not the name of our town.
What is the name of your
Milton.
town?
Oh. The name of our town is, and all of a sudden his head explodes.
What?
Like a melon. His head just goes, and the little body just kind of, goes, and like cowers down, and the headless body just kind of stands there for a second, and then collapses.
Well,
Well, we can't leave a dog without its master.
Well, that is quite a ward. You can take the name of your place.
Quite a ward.
Is anybody from Glissondale? Didn't this kind of happen to somebody in Glissondale once?
I don't know. Do I have any recollection of this happening at all?
No.
Has it ever been told in a story?
No.
Some of us watched the heist.
Just because you watched it doesn't mean your character knows about it.
Those are kind
Got
of
it. Got it. Just checking.
Well,
Oh,
I
shit.
say we search this place
Okay.
and then leave because I think we're done.
What about the dog?
Give an investigation check if you're searching this cave.
You assisting me, sir?
absolutely.
Should I put
Yeah,
down
somebody
the
should assist me. Hint, 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 hint.
Yeah, I'm
do
not
my
good.
own.
Yeah, I'll just search my
Never
own
mind.
and get my 4.
22.
19.
Got a 3.
Good, very well. You do actually manage to find, in this area, there are some decayed remains. It's so hard to tell what they possibly were at this time, but the coinage that was left behind is apparent. 6 gold pieces, 11 silver pieces, 15 copper pieces, and there is this small globe that kind of glows with an aura.
Do we have 10 minutes?
I
I'd like to
guess.
begin the ritual casting detect magic.
Okay?
While y'all are doing that, I will attempt to yap with the kobold in Draconic.
It doesn't say anything other than bark. It's very primitive, like it doesn't understand the full Draconic language, or even language at all. It's in Draconic, but it's the equivalent of the word bark.
Interesting.
Your detect magic,
I
it
will
is
try some
magical.
basic commands like
Also, do
sit
the.
and
He also does the
stay.
bear, the wooden bear.
So, do you speak Draconic, or are you saying those in common?
No, I speak Draconic.
Okay, when you say it in Draconic, it doesn't seem to do anything. But when you say it in common, he sits. And he
I
wags
will
his tail.
pull out- All right then, I will pull out a ration and feed it a little bit of a ration.
And he hops up and he like takes it, like he's proud of himself.
Is the bear magical?
The bear is not magical.
Okay.
You do notice his
Just
little
that.
velvet collar has small sapphires on it. The medallion itself is silver with the word Yip. Its value is probably worth 25 gold pieces.
We should take.
It says identifying marks.
It's probably never gonna find its master.
The
Master
collar's
probably
worth
didn't even care about
25.
it.
You
Otherwise, he
said?
would've
It's
lost
worth
it
25 gold pieces
That was
if you
neutral.
take the dog's collar and steal it.
We can kill it.
So I will take.
Well,
I will attempt
we're
to
checking
take
all
off the
those
dog's
lawful
collar.
good alignments here at the door, aren't we?
Lawful
Good.
neutrals.
I'm not saying I want.
Lawful neutrals in the same damn boat.
No.
It's in misery.
We're gonna take it back to Silas anyway.
Okay. So yes, it is
Very
magical.
small, does it?
You do detect the little orb is magical.
So,
Kobolds are known to be evil.
You can make your way back to the ropes.
wizard, what does the orb do?
Do you
It's
have-
magic.
Do you have identify?
No.
And he needs 100 GP pearl.
Yeah.
I need the spell, but no,
like, I
we
think
can take a short rest and find
Probably
out.
could have guessed it was magical.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I will take Yip with me, and I'll look at him, and I'll like, maybe the wizards in Glissondale can use this guy as a pet. I mean, it sounds like his his master was a wizard too.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe somebody can use him to study kobolds.
All right. So you make your way back to the mouth of the cave, finding that there's no other exits here or anywhere to go. You attach yourselves back to the ropes, and basically, when come tugs, you kind of let them know that you're there, and they help pull you up with the safety ropes, so there's no problem. When you reach the top, you note that the other two groups have also returned.
Cross with them.
The first group did manage to recover the body of Cross. Alexander Charles is like, yeah, we found him. Chuck's like, yeah, we got him. You always count on us. You know, I did adventure with Saren Defenders, by the way. You count on us. Apparently, it appears as though they say a steeder beetle had grabbed him and killed him. They also happened to find what appeared to be the remains of an explorer. Just someone who tried to possibly explore the Eye of Sorrow. The skeletal remains, they found a piece of parchment, as well as some clinging gear and candles on him. The parchment contains some runes, some strange runes on it, as well as some symbols, symbols on the parchment that looks like he was drawing obelisks, and these runes are on these obelisks. Torben Gray has kind of kept the crowds back, so it's you and this other group and the two other groups that are kind of there. And they see you crest the hill, and they're like, why do you have a kobold?
This is Yip.
Funny story. Yeah.
The other group says that they actually they found a portal. It was a shimmering purple-colored portal that
Was
had
that the center
runes
cage?
on the ground.
Was
around
that
the
the center cave?
No, the center cave
Is
was
the
very,
one-
very short. It was very small, and they were the first ones to come back,
Okay,
and they
okay.
found Cross.
Okay.
The one on the right
Okay.
was much deeper. They were like, it had several chambers, and at the very back chamber, there was this. They ran into what they think was a ghoul, and there was a small hole that they couldn't get through.
That would be gray skinned.
We tell them that was the hole that we found a goblin and this little Yip kobold.
They're like a goblin.
And Yip here. Oh, Goblin.
Yeah, he
dead.
lost his head.
Yeah.
The goblin tried to tell us where he was from, and his head exploded.
He was probably charmed.
That catches the attention of Tella Tremblewind. He
You know anything
says,
about this?
Tella Tremblewind kind of comes forward. Say that again. Tell me everything
Yes.
in
Or tell
detail,
us,
slowly.
We asked him where he was. He said,
Well,
I am from Pop.
He mentioned Master
Silas.
he has a Master Silas, is who
Yeah.
he belonged to, worked for.
Oh.
It was a dog's body for.
Show her the collar.
Seems
Yeah.
pretty
And
oblivious as
Yip,
well.
you can see. So Silas.
You hold up Yip. Yip's like, he kind of licks you in the.
Yep.
He smells worse than the beer.
So he listens to all of your stories in turn, until he He just kind of thinks for a moment. He whispers something in Torben Gray's ear, and he excuses himself. Torben's like, interesting.
Guess he had to go.
Well, from what we can tell, and he kind of brings you over, he says, you might find this interesting. Tell me, are any of you proficient in the medicine? Take a look at this body. He shows you the body of the explorer.
I am proficient
So
in medicine.
Anybody can take a medicine check as you look at the body.
I will.
It's a body.
It's a
It's
dead body.
It's worse
It's
than that.
very
He's
much
dead,
body.
Jim.
It's a thing.
11. 19. There we go, Balin.
There you go.
Balin.
We're all like,
Everyone's like,
Eddie 20.
I read the
By the way, I'm a surgeon too.
no, thank you.
so Balin and Jordy, you spend your time kind of looking over the body. This is the body of the explorer that they brought back. The body had been dead for possibly 2 to 3 years. It was obviously killed by a monster or animal. The bones show signs of trauma from bite attacks. The explorer itself was a half-elf male in the mid-40s. He shows you the parchment. Says, what do you make of this?
I could make a
You
hat.
can make a brooch or a pterodactyl with wings. You can make there's 3 checks here. Your choice, or you can attempt all 3. First, do a history check and an arcana check. See if anyone can get a history DC 20, arcana DC 15.
Nope.
Arcana's damn it, a 13.
Ooh.
Whole lot.
What?
1.
15.
Arcana is 17.
Okay. Looking at kind of the parchment that they kind of got off the elves' bodies, you can see that the arcana symbols, you recognize the arcane symbols here as translocation magic.
Okay.
So they suspect it is part of some sort of teleportation circle, since the other group describes what they feel is a teleportation circle that was in their cave. Nobody made the history DC 20?
Negative.
No.
All right. Make an insight check. Anyone can make it.
Great.
16.
19.
There you go. Barian, Stygian. With the information you have, you kind of deduce that it appears like this person was searching for the symbols that he has drawn on these pictures of obelisks. He must have been down there looking for these symbols. Obviously, whether he found them or not, it's uncertain. But the symbols are the ones that are on what they believe is a teleportation circle inside that 3rd cave. Teleportation circle is an arrival circle. It's a one-way. So if you can cast the spell, you can port to that circle if you know its symbology and its locations. So, Torben says, what do you think of all this?
I think someone's attempting to invade the valley.
With
They're trying to
a
conquer the
kobold and a small goblin, it does not seem like it would be very effective.
It's a probing attack.
Could be implanting spies here through the eye of
Yep.
Sorrow. See, he agrees. Yep. He said yep.
Is Yip I asked our ranger, is that a tracking animal?
You know,
I
basically,
don't know. I'd have to train with it more.
you know basics of kobolds, and you know kobolds to be a little more, I guess, intelligent than this thing.
Correct.
This
Yeah,
thing's this
we can-
even for a
Kobolds
kobold.
are actually one of my favorite enemies.
Kobolds are more primitive. They're nasty, tricky little,
But they're tool users.
But they're intelligent.
but they're tool users. Yeah, I mean, this is very
But this one looks
pet-like. It reminds you of a dog, and you're like, either
This
this thing can outperform Jordy White for acting, but that's hard. Have you seen Death of a Mortician? Death of a Mortician is like, it's riveting performance. You can't take your eyes off it. But you're like, you don't think this thing's faking it. It's really that
I
primitive.
do have medicine.
Okay.
Has he been injured?
Do a medicine check.
Is he under a spell?
That would be an Arcana check. Or an Insight check.
15 on the medicine check.
No. The
Yeah,
kobold
it-
itself seems to be in decent health.
20 on the insight check.
Don't think it's faking it or under any influence. You don't think he's faking it. So Insight's
talk
like,
to
is he
us.
faking it? No.
10 on my Arcana.
How do you find out if someone's under a charm spell, some sort of
Well,
spell?
you kind of have a brief discussion of charms, and even Torben's like, well, charm would have to remain a concentration and has certain range and things like that, and they have durations.
Was
So
he turned into a kobold?
same thing. Polymorph has to remain concentration. They have durations, unless it's some sort of permanent
Like even as
transfixion.
in an insane high level.
Says it's very
For the
strange,
transmutated
but yeah. I mean, I don't seem to have a dog myself, but perhaps we can find out something about the little creature.
Did we do a detect magic on it or its collar?
Torben's like, that's a good idea. And Torben casts without taking 10 minutes.
Show off.
You should take notes.
Show off.
Let's only show off if I get my staff to actually work.
Good idea.
And he's like, nope, I'm not picking up any magic except from that little orb there. And
You happen to have it
a horn.
on here? Tell us what it is.
He's like, I can identify in a minute for you if you need.
Short rest to identify.
But he's like, strange. So if you will relinquish the little puppy, they will take it to Glissendale. They'll get the Sages Guild
Don't you
involved.
think worth a reward of, say, 25 gold pieces?
Well,
For what?
actually,
Live.
I have a purse here that is for your party to divide as you wish.
Ah,
And he hands you a small purse which has 30 gold pieces in it.
much
Potato.
appreciated.
It's in addition to the kobolds?
No.
25?
No, the collar is going with the kobold. Unless you had stolen it, but you didn't.
So you
Didn't
I
want to
suggested.
steal it.
What's your line?
People are kind of celebrating your
Yeah,
victory.
What is it?
The general public is not. The general public is not. Did not hear a lot of your conversations, so they only kind of know that y'all were successful in finding the body of Cross. Unfortunately, he was dead, but they found another skeleton, and that's all. That's all. Like the general public really kind of knows as you kind of go back and mingle. So with that, you get to kind of go back to the festival, and you will be able to enjoy the festival for the rest of the evening as it starts to get into the party hours. As you are walking away, your group is approached by several people, 4 in fact. The first, you do recognize Professor Gil Abendforth of the Collective. He walks up. Well done, well done. I see you have some fine friends, and you were very successful in what you found down there.
We were.
I would love to hear all about it when you have some time, perhaps this evening. But, as it were, there is an opportunity. I was to keep my eye out to see if there were any potential groups. The collective is hiring. We have there is this excavation dig near the sand plateaus. We discovered a new area, but unfortunately there was a trap that killed a worker. They're looking for some adventurers to make sure the rest of the site is safe and preserve any artwork or art objects. In fact, the collective is willing to pay 110% market value for any art objects brought out. Anything else, you may keep. You hear this, but I have an offer. I have an offer, sirs. If you will hear it. My name is Martin Time. I'm from Fellhammer. I inherited this small silver mine. However, my new hires are afraid to go into the mine, and some are saying it's haunted. I need a discreet team of investigators before word gets around and it becomes unemployable. I'm willing to pay 15% of the first 3 months' profit as a reward. How does that sound? How does that sound? Another guy steps forward. He says,
Gross, not profit.
actually, a halfling steps forward. Good. Before you hear them, please hear my offer. My name is Twiggins Maple River. I am a medium from the Circle of Wizards.
I would have thought you were a small.
Well, well, definitely very funny person. I am from Solomir. Someone snuck into my business. I run the bubbling cauldron down there, and they stole one of my magic wands, you see? I was able to locate the area where the wand is, but it's in a crevasse in the West Woods. I'm willing to pay. I don't have much coin, but I can give you 2 first-level arcane scrolls for bringing back my wand. That would be fair.
Twiggy, that is more than fair.
Thank you, good sir. Thank you.
Mentioning the West Woods, get a
Oi.
reaction.
Before you cast your lot, please hear my offer. I'm definitely looking for a group of adventurers, this bearded dwarf says. I am Acolyte Rangrig Ragmir. You see.
I'm sorry. Would you please cough and then say your name again?
Ranrig Ragmir. Perhaps you've heard of my brother, Vonma Ragmir. He's with the Dragon Slayer Vilspa. You see, I am an acolyte at the Church of Morden in Velspar.
Oh, not the one in Glissondale. I hear it's magnificent.
Oh, yeah, that's a very good branch, yes, but this is the original.
Ah, yes.
The
I
church.
actually met your brother once.
Oh, good. He kind of like chums up to you. He's kind of very happy, like he's got an in. He says, "You see, our church was expecting a shipment of Mountaindale ale from Frostdale, but it went missing after crossing the Sarin River Bridge and before passing Delwarren Keep. We're offering quite the reward for each cask returned if it can be found. We had 15 casks on order. 5 gold per cask as a return. Does that sound good? That sounds good, yes.
Per cast?
Yeah.
The last one is Torben's like, well, you seem to have attracted a group of, how shall we say, employers. But far be it from averse for me to say, Adventurers Anonymous has an offer. We have a contract with Glissondale, you see, to investigate the Talaran River Tunnel. It seems as though some creatures attacked several barges that passed through the tunnel over the last 2 weeks. There's a 30 gold piece reward for completing the task. If you're interested, you can contact Explorer Beviar Argonis in the Sheriff's Office for more information. So, they're all kind of like, where? Choose us! What will you do? Yeah, choose us!
Well,
If you need any of those run over again, I can give you the highlights. You have Dig a Little Deeper, which is the Collective's mission by Professor Gil Abenforth. Silver Time Mine, which is in Fellhammer by Martin Time, the haunted mine. Trouble Under the City, the Adventurers Anonymous. I want you to help fix whatever is stopping the barges that go under the city. The Hammered of Moradin are missing their ale. And Lost and Found, Circle of Wizards, Twiggins Maple River, is offering arcane scrolls for the return of her wand.
We should definitely help Twiggy first.
The haunted mines.
I'm not keen on going to the Westwoods. I have bad history there.
Not keen on going to the Westwoods, eh?
I have bad history.
The
Don't
woods
feel-
are my preferred.
Specifically with the Westwoods.
Well, the woods are my preferred terrain type, so I'm happy to do either the Westwoods or the go recover some casks.
You notice one of the other
The
groups.
the trek under Glissondale also sounds interesting.
One of the other groups is there. A couple of them are turning and pitching their stuff to one of the other groups. As Chuck's like, nah, we're not a permanent group. It's a one-time thing. I usually ventures with the Sarin Defenders. I got some business I got to take care of. Scrap's like, yeah, me too. So that group's kind of out of it. The other group's starting to listen to offers.
Master Time,
Yes.
First 3 months profits, huh?
15%. Yes.
Profit.
Of profit or gross?
Well, I mean, profit, if I don't make a profit, but I'm telling you, there's silver in that there mine. I just have to have the workers that will go in and work it. It's a good investment.
Sounds good to me.
I'm not kind of keen on it. I think there are other better opportunities.
Yeah, this sounds like the most profitable one of all.
So Torben says, or actually, Tella Trimblewind returns, as Torben's kind of explaining the circumstances. And Tella's like, well, I have a little something that can possibly help, as it seems these problems might be around for a little bit. If you will, give me your name, sir. And he kind of gets the name of each one, and he magically kind of puts it on a little piece of paper, folds it. And he does it twice for each one. He takes each little piece of paper, and he hands your group one of each. So you have one of each. And you can see he's doing the same thing to the other group as well. And he says, when you accept one, all you need to do is to rip it, and both will disappear. That way they know where you're going.
We got quest trackers.
So we have the opportunity to do multiple of these.
Yeah, they're like, please. I mean, if you don't get to it right away. And of course, some of them are like, the sooner the better would be great.
Yeah, well,
It's like, if you go
We
this
don't
way,
pick one
we're
at a
down there
time.
as well.
unless we all split up and each one of us takes care of one.
Yes, do that.
That's so much more efficient.
Tell y'all what, if we do the hammered orb of Glissondale, I will abstain from voting for the second adventure.
Okay. He won't tell us
He
no.
wants us to go.
He won't tell us no if we go to Glissondale.
He's voting
Yeah.
for the Hammered of Moranin or
the
Trouble
Glissondale.
Under the City.
There's trouble under the sea.
All right, so we can go around again, basically see where the votes are. That's
So
his.
say Mallory puts in for helping the collectors.
Dig a little deeper. The
Dig a little
collective,
deeper.
helping at the Sand Plateaus discover the new area.
Twiggy. I mean, obviously Twiggy.
Twiggy, Maple River, help for Solomir. The Arcane wants the Arcane Scrolls.
Your
obviously.
wizard having more spells only will help out the group.
I'm with
Stiggin
Sai.
wants the haunted mines.
With the dig a little deeper.
You're with Dig a Little Deeper, another for the caves. We have one for Silver Time Mines. Collective. That's 3 for Dig a Little Deeper.
Boo.
So it looks like the first choice is the South Plateaus, although it will be near Solomir. So as you kind of come to that, you kind of tear the paper. You see the other group go, oh, that one's gone! Quick, take this one! And they rip one, and you can see the Silver Time Mine. Not Silver Time Mine, the Trouble Under the City goes away. The Adventure Anonymous mission.
Did you really want to go exploring in a sewer?
So with
I'm
that,
a noble. There are a lot of nobles in Glissondale.
with that comes a close of the first session. Oh,
Did we get an identification that was offered for
Yes.
the orb?
Drift Globe.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
You have
Excellent.
a Drift Globe. You also will all be able to celebrate this evening and advance to level 2.
Yippee!
As it was worth exactly 300 experience points each.
What luck.
Congratulations, we now have Goodberry.
Louder than the one I could give you.
We would rest. Can we level?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you will rest and level. Also, the collective, Professor Gil Abenforth, there is a large caravan that will be leaving out, and he will book passage for you on the large caravan, so you have a free ride that direction. He's very happy you've chosen the collective.
Where are we going?
The Southern Plateaus. So he's basically, this was where the Plateaus of Sorrow was. I heard the Fellhammer 5 defeated a dragon cult there.
Yes.
As they were going through the caves, and we came in afterwards, and we're doing some exploring. You see, we came upon this other site out just off of the plateaus. It's an excavation dig. It was very, very interesting. We discovered a new area, but like I said, there was a trap. It killed one of the workers. We're afraid to go any farther until we get some adventurers to make sure the rest of the place is safe. So with that, thank you everybody for watching online. Thank you everybody. It's good to have everybody back. How'd y'all enjoy it? Being back at the table?
Loved it. Loved it.
Awesome, awesome. And everybody on there, make sure you like, follow us. Thank you guys for joining us. Check out the merch store. And we will see you guys actually next week for Group A's second adventure. And the week after is Group B's second adventure. 4 weeks back to back.
Yes.
Awesome. Everybody, so long, take care, and goodbye.